Good morning, GDQ. How's it going? My name is TTS4life. I'm here to play White 2 for you guys, and I know we had a little bit of an incentive to upgrade the challenge category a little bit. So, did we meet it?
We absolutely met it. We are playing challenge mode.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and set the challenge mode key here quick for us to get started.
And we'll explain what this all means as we get started in the run.
Yeah. All right, so challenge mode set. This run is going to start with a little bit of RNG manipulation here. So I'm going to be setting my date and time to a very specific hour and minute here. And I'm going to let our wonderful host read a couple donations because this countdown's a little bit long, but for those who like obnoxiously long countdowns, here we go. So 35, 34, 33.
We've got $10 from Head Bob, who says, best of luck on the run, TTS from the back couch. So happy to finally see you on the GDQ main stage. You deserve it so much. May the odds be ever in your favor. We also have $10 from Zypotic. So happy to see you make it to the big stage, TTS. It was fun and very impressive watching your grind at this game, and I hope the 2 statics in Elisa's gym works well enough for you.
All right, so time's coming up here in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Woo! So this is White 2 challenge mode. I'm joined by a wonderful couch. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves real quick?
Sure, I'll start. My name is Tucker, and I'm the current world record holder for White 2 challenge mode.
Oh, big shot.
Whoa.
My name is Etchy. I've run a lot of Pokemon games over the years. I've run this game as well. If you recognize me, I just ran Pokemon Diamond at AGDQ this year, so that might be why.
I'm swiftalu. I run some Pokemon games, but more specifically, people know me for Gen 5. I ran Coliseum last year at SGDQ 23.
Yeah, so your first question right away with this category is, what is a challenge mode? So challenge mode is one of the 2 extra difficulties that were added exclusive to Black 2, White 2. They're the only official difficulty settings that were ever introduced in Pokemon. The process is kind of convoluted. You saw me kind of do something in a menu, and there was some mention of key settings and stuff like that. Basically, there was a whole thing with the infrared that feature that the later DS cartridges had, where you could transfer keys between copies to unlock keys and stuff. So you actually unlocked challenge mode by first beating Pokemon Black 2, and then to run challenge mode on White 2, you then have to use the IR between 2 different cartridges to send the key over so that you can then play challenge mode in White 2.
Yeah, it's really awesome, and this is why nobody knows about this feature.
Yeah, it's a bit of a convoluted process, and I know as a kid when I played these games casually, I was kind of the one that always liked to hold on to my save file after I beat the game and never really reset it, so I never really got the opportunity to play this as a kid, but when I came back to this game as a speedrunner, I've come to fall in love with this category. It's definitely one of the more challenging ones, as the name implies. Do you guys want to go into a little bit as to why it is challenging and what makes challenge mode challenging?
Yeah, so in challenge mode, quite a few things change. Mainly the levels of the opponents. Pretty much all the opponents get at least a 1 level boost. And especially for the boss trainers get an extra Pokemon. Their IVs, which are kind of attached to their stats, are all set to pretty much max. They're set to 31 or a 30 out of 31. And they also get new Pokemon. Did I already mention that? And the AI is also good, as usual. And they might have good items, better moves, and so on. Anything to make the run more challenging.
Yeah, and we'll go into detail on the specific changes in every fight as it shows up. The interesting thing, too, is that you do unlock it at the end of the game, and you can't just make your save file a challenge mode file, and everything else that you do in the game is challenge mode and harder. But they did make it so that if you do reset, everything in the game is harder, even the 3rd gym leader or whatever. So it was built in mind to actually play from the beginning, even though it's very hard to do so.
Yeah, I imagine most people who enable challenge mode in their gameplay did not have it on before beating the game itself.
Yeah.
No, especially since you needed the opposite cart from what we're playing to do that.
Why are we playing on White 2, Swift?
Oh, perfect. So there are 2 major reasons why we play on White 2 versus Black 2. The first one is actually we have a required fight Charles, Heartbreaker Charles. I'm sure many people know him and are a fan of him. He is actually a triple battle in this game, which is where you do 3 Pokemon at once on the field, kind of similar to a double battle, just adding an extra one. But in Black 2, he's actually a rotation battle, and the AI acts really weird and very slow when it's a rotation battle, where it's like 1 Pokemon, but you can like switch freely between them without taking up a turn. There is also an extra trainer you have to fight in an area later, which is Reversal Mountain. White 2 doesn't have that, so that's pretty much the reasons why we do it.
If you really wanted to play Black 2, you could, obviously, but it is slower, so
Yeah.
you'll be running White 2 here today. And we're seeing TTS just get a starter Tepig here as the main of choice for most of the early game part of the speedrun. Tepig, just fire pig guy. What's special about Tepig?
Well, Tepig is definitely better than Oshawott and Snivy.
That's really what's special about it. It's just better than the other one.
I mean,
It's serviceable until, we can switch off of it, which we will be doing about like 50 minutes into the run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's special because it's the 3rd firefighting type we got in a row.
This is very true. And we're not even going to get to the firefighting, the cool part of the big guy.
Well, Big Knight's firefighting.
Oh, true, but we're not going to get to the big guy.
No,
T
you didn't
versus
either.
big guy. So now it's time for the rival fight. Again, normal kind of standard Pokemon story stuff. White 2 is a sequel to the original game, so it's based in the same region, but everything's like out of order in the terms of like locations you go to. And the story takes place, 2 years after, right?
Yes, 2 years after the events of Black and White 1.
Yeah, so still the normal Pokemon stuff. We're going to fight our rival. And this is already challenge mode taking into effect. Normally your rival is only level 5 here, already juiced up to level 6, and still just loses instantly, so.
Yep.
Yeah. And as a result of the opponent's Pokemon being higher level, you will gain more XP than you would in normal mode.
Yeah, and fun fact of that too, there is also an easy mode if you're curious. That's what you unlock when you beat White 2. And that run is like more annoying because things you have less experience.
Yeah, it's actually harder.
Yeah, it's very silly.
Unironically harder. Nobody's really done easy mode.
No. No.
Really quickly, while TTS is just focusing on movement stuff, we can do a couple donations.
Yeah, you got it. I just want to shout out, we are over 11K on that Fight Cynthia incentive. Y'all are doing so good.
Wow.
We just started. And I also just want to remind everyone, we've got a bid war right now for Drillbur's nickname. We're going to be seeing Drillbur coming up in a little bit. Right now, Blahaj in the lead with $1,118.50. But not too far behind with 861 is my cat. Complete with exclamation point.
Fun fact with the Blahaj is we actually can't put that A character in. So if you want a bid war to outbid that so we have a legal name for the DS, that'd be cool. But also Blahaj is cool, so.
Honestly, both great plans.
Is Blahaj a Pokemon, though?
Yeah, it is now, yes.
Okay.
And we've also got a donation, $25 from the Shaded Master, who says, I forgot to show it, but I took 5 extra deaths, so here's $25 for buying fruit gummies. Save the world. My final message, Bergie. Time for one more?
Yeah, do one more.
$25 from Phoenix Melior, says, may Elisa be kind to you, TTS. Also, hey swiftalu, what's your favorite grass and ghost type Pokemon?
Pumpkaboo.
Thank you. So more movement stuff here. Again, TTS has to focus here. This is part of the kind of RNG manip. Do you want to explain just how the RNG manip is working right now?
Yeah, so basically TTS kind of set his time to a specific date and time because RNG manip is actually based on time, or at least setting the seed is. So TTS knows what he gets based on setting all that early on in the run, and now because he has RNG manip and hopefully he carries it until he gets back to his Spursha for the first gym, he will have no encounters that are unnecessary. He will encounter hopefully a Pidove and a Psyduck. He will catch them so that we can use them later, and he has also already manipulated the Tepig stats.
Yep.
To be pretty much max IVs and a good nature, which is Rash, which boosts your special attack and lowers your special defense, which is not that needed. And that ends up being the best nature for, the fights early on.
Yeah, the manips in this game are like super, like explaining everything about how the RNG manip works is super complicated and super time consuming. So we're not going to do that. But yeah, basically TTS just has to do very precise movement and inputs for this early game section. It doesn't have to hold it super long. It's not too bad. And then the other unique thing with Gen 5 manip is that you actually have to make your own manip for your own DS because your DS's Wi-Fi card influences the seeds you can hit. It's very annoying, but it's kind of the cool thing about it too is every runner's kind of runs and manips are different as a result. There's some slight variations, but it does add that kind of barrier to entry to running this specific category with these specific manips.
Yeah, so if you were hoping to run the game using TTS's manips, don't, because it probably won't work.
But the thing is, swiftalu does have a video on how to make your own RNG manip. So if you are curious, you can always check that out. If you do see this run, and you're like, this is really cool, I want to do this. It's not that hard. It's just time consuming. So.
Or for the right price, I'll sell my DS.
Oh, there you go. You could have a GDQ used Nintendo DS system with the capture card built in. $499.99 right now, or donate, and you can take a picture of it.
It's a beautiful dark blue. You definitely want it.
It is electric blue.
Electric blue,
as the DS is called. Yeah. No, that's the technical name for it. That was my childhood DS too. But getting into another battle here. These battles are very straightforward. Nothing too scary. Again, still holding the RNG imp here, but we'll be catching a Pidove pretty soon, as Tucker was mentioning.
Yeah. So this fight is pretty simple. It's just a 2-hit. We actually have Ember as opposed to normal mode because we are level 7.
Yeah, thanks to the rival experience.
Yep.
Yeah, it actually matters already, which is amazing.
Yeah, and it's really good because that's a fire type move, because there's a mechanic in this game called same type attack bonus. When you share the same type as a move that you use, you get a 50% boost to it, which means you're doing a lot more damage. Like, Tepig is mostly a physical attacker because there's 2 different types of attack, special attack and physical attack. Tepig's more of a physical attacker, but because of the same type attack bonus, it just does so much. Oh my god, that is a really good crit. Crits are 1 in 16, by the way, and do double damage in this gen.
Double damage, and they ignore any negative stat modifiers.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be relevant later. So yeah, funny movement here. Again, all part of the manip. And if you're wondering if that critical hit was manipulated, no. We're not manipulating battles. You can't really reasonably do it. I think Task can, but...
Oh shoot, we already talked about critical hits before this.
Yeah, here we go. Okay. You used up your crit luck on the previous one. Yeah, you don't want to crit this because you actually are trying to catch it. HMs are still required in this game. This is Gen 5. This is before they removed them several gens later. But the key thing is that there's very few HMs you actually need to use in the speedrun. They calm down after Gen 4. So got the Pidove, no problem. We need Pidove for Fly, and then we're also going to get a Psyduck for Strength and Surf. And that's all you need for the run. You don't need Cut or any other ones.
Yeah, and a crit or a 1 in 16 high roll, which we'll get into later, kills that Pidove. And luckily you got the catch. It's a 96% with that roll.
Yep. And now it's time to fight another rival, which once again, TTS will kind of steamroll. Fun fact with this rival fight, and I think the first one too, it has like throw AI. So if you just spam tail whip on it and deliberately not try to knock it out, it will also try to not knock you out because it wants you to just KO it for you. It's very funny. That's kind of common in a lot of Pokemon games, but this is one where it's like very extreme, like, oh, I will not do it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I run this game and I didn't know that.
I know in like Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, like they try not to, but if they can still like crit you when they don't plan to. And
Yeah, that's the case in Gen
that's-
5 too, because they don't
yeah.
disable the crits in this gen for the rival fights.
Yeah, and even in Let's Go, sometimes when they don't want to, but sometimes they just will because they're like, you're taking too long, whatever. But yeah, really quickly, while more moving here, we can do another donation or two.
I would love it. We've got $25.10 from Perpetual Sheep, donating $2.51 for one of my favorite Pokemon, Backwards Chikorita. People are getting creative with these. We've got $25.40 from Azamel with a haiku. Unova Grass Sheep, such prank, such greatness, such fluff. Whimsicott, my love.
Oh!
There it is. Did you look at that?
This is like a Halloween scary one. It's kind of...
I love it.
It does have like the Galarian wheezing hat things. Anyway, we can do another donation.
Sure thing. We've got $10 from Bungie to the Tree. So proud to get to watch you run White 2 again on a big stage. I think TTS stands for the Top Golf superstar.
Dude,
Yeah.
TTS.
Yeah.
Crushes that goal.
This guy, wait, okay, we got the Psyduck, awesome. This is like the big thing we wanted to make sure we got the minute for. It's not guaranteed to catch, again, the Battle RNG is not manipulated, but yeah, TTS is really good at Top Golf. He brought his like golf glove and his own clubs and stuff and was
Had the
just
golf hat.
smoking everywhere. Yeah, the golf hat, hardcore. But yeah, this is a 72 or is this 62?
This is closer to 60.
Yeah, probably
'Cause he did not
60s would be
tail
my
it.
guess.
Yeah, this can happen, and this really like kills top level runs.
Yeah.
These breakouts are very slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not enough just to have like perfect movement for 20 minutes. This guy can also just say like, nah,
Yeah.
reset.
Yeah, and as we said before, we can't really RNG manipulate battles. I actually found out recently from casual Poke player that the touchscreen affects battle RNG, so that's really cool. Thanks, CPP.
It's like touching the touch screen.
Yes,
Cool.
love
Awesome.
that.
All right, so you want to explain spinners?
Yeah, so we just passed a spinner right there. Right now we still have RNG minutes, so we kind of know what he's gonna do. As you can see there, he obviously knew that he was gonna turn, which is pretty sick. But most spinners in this game, we don't have RNG minute for. We're gonna drop it pretty soon. But we have guaranteed methods to pass spinners just by using movement tech because we know that they're on like specific timing cycles. So we know basically whenever they're gonna spin or whenever they have the opportunity to spin, and we can safely check. There's also spinner setups, which we can use based on entering an area and just like knowing when a spinner is loaded in and just having a consistent timing. It's kind of the same thing, really. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll see it in action pretty soon.
You don't want to hit a spinner because it's an optional trainer. You don't want to
Yeah,
lose
that's
a bit.
time loss. That's time loss.
It is
We don't
time
want
loss.
that. Who's that guy in the funny outfit earlier?
What?
Team Plasma girl.
Oh,
Didn't see.
I don't know. I mean, like, he
don't
asked
narc.
me. He asked me if we ever heard of him, but I don't know. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, we don't know. We'll figure it
I'm
out.
sure it won't be
We're on our
I
important.
mean, our characters shouldn't know. Well, I guess they might know. Team Plasma from like the news, right? I don't know.
Depends how old they were 2 years ago.
I don't know the age of
It
these
doesn't
characters.
really look like Team Plasma anyway.
Anyway,
As a
I think
ninja.
they're like 14.
true.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
completely
remember.
changed their outfits, right? We're gonna learn how to play Pokemon now. So we're going to go to trainer school, where we're going to learn a couple things. Really quickly, though, TTS is going to pick up an X speed. We'll explain this more in detail later, but basically, X items boost your stats. If you've seen a Pokemon speedrunner before, you know them very well.
I have no idea how to play Pokemon. Can someone tell me?
They're going to tell you right now.
Oh, okay. I just know TTS is going kind of fast, so I might not be able to keep up with this.
Yeah, reading is hard, but I think they're trying to teach us type matchups.
Yes, this is like the hot moment, but as a whole like set of 2 fights several gens earlier. Yeah, we're gonna fight a grass type and then a water type. So you can use Ember on this one and super effective hit it, and then use the Ember on the water one. You're like, oh no, it doesn't do that much damage. So we're gonna tackle that one instead. Something to note here though is we almost got into Blaze, but we did not actually do it. What is Blaze?
So Blaze is when your HP is below 1/3 of your max HP. When it is, you actually get a 50% boost to your fire type moves. On top of that same type attack bonus, so you're doing a lot of damage. It's really useful, especially for some of the early game Pokemon runs where you're not getting free heals everywhere.
Yeah.
But we're going to be using it a few times in this run until we switch off of our poor Tepig here.
Yeah, and of course it does have the danger of low HP means you will faint much easier, and in challenge mode it is much scarier a lot of the time because things will just destroy you out of nowhere. But a lot of times the risk of being in Blaze is kind of worth it. TTS will probably heal a little bit extra than he normally would because it's obviously marathon run. And I promise you TTS will be able to speak soon because the RNG Minip stuff is almost over.
Yeah, he's
We will hear
just
from
a
him
bit more, just a bit.
very soon. So we can do a couple more donations while TTS wraps this up.
We have so many donations. It's incredible. We are over $14,000 on the way to that Fight
Ooh.
Cynthia incentive. Also, my cat is creeping up in that bid war. And I think we don't have too much time left, so make sure to bid for your favorite Drillbur name. We've also, I don't know how the Couch and Runner feel about puns. I'm generally split on them. But
I love
for
them.
Pokemon, okay, great. Well, we've got $250 from Dumple, who says, how do you fit 10 Snorlaxes onto a bus? You Pokemon.
I don't get it.
A devastating groan from the audience. Also, we got $52 from Psychopur, who says, here's $52 for Meowth. Just a cool cat. I agree. And $25 from Aveline says, got an idea watching GDQ, and I had a light bulb appear over my head.
Is there a light bulb Pokemon?
There's a candle Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it had the
Oh, the new one. There's a new one.
I
Tap
forgot.
bulb, right. Thank you, audience. So yeah, the RNG minute is basically done now. You can technically extend it. TTS will not be doing that. It's just gonna wrap it up here and not worry about it. Mostly because he has to save for the gym battle. Because turns out our hometown is also the town of the first gym leader. That's why we were coming back to it. This is Charon from the first game. Now has his own gym. He's all grown up. And like all gyms in this game, or at least like most gyms in this game, this gym sucks. The first two trainers are usually not like terrifying, but they can just cause time loss. You're very unlikely to die to them unless you're just taking risks of like Blaze or whatever. But the real issue is Charon. But anything noteworthy with these trainer fights first?
Not too significant, but like as you mentioned, the first gyms are technically or usually the toughest because the level gap is not that big. Because we're not steamrolling yet.
Yeah, and it's challenge mode where they're even higher level too, so it's just amplified even another level.
And we're on an even platform because of they all get an IV bump because like as the game progresses, usually like significant trainers like gym leaders and E4 kind of get IVs like bumps slowly throughout the game, but in challenge mode, they just start all at 30 at the start, which is a extremely
that is so fun.
bad situation for us because we already use RNG Minute to have our Tepig be as cracked as it basically can be, and we're basically just on even platforming with some of the trainers. So do you want to talk about IVs a little bit?
Yeah, you kind of mentioned it a little bit, but yeah, TLDR, it goes from 0 to 31. It's basically just a description of the ceiling of how your stats can go and how good they are in general. So 31 special attack, for example, is the best possible one. Doesn't mean that like 0 to 31 special attack at like level 5, there's not that much difference, but over the course of the game, as he gets like level 100, the gap is massive. So yeah, our Tepig here has basically max IVs. Very, very important to actually doing a lot of damage, but more importantly, not dying, which is a key point of challenge mode.
There will be lots of safety saves.
Yes, especially in this early game. Yeah, can you imagine doing this without like a manipped Tepig?
Yeah, oh my god, that would be
early game would just be brutal. We cannot stress how bad these early game gym leaders fights are, but we're getting up to Charon here. Charon has an extra Pokemon, right? What's the extra Pokemon? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
We're really quickly though, we're learning Defense Curl. Very rare, I know, in a Pokemon speedrun to actually learn a defensive move, a move that doesn't do damage and also doesn't increase your attack. This is wild, but I assure you it is very necessary for this next fight. That's a good crit.
That's a good crit, yeah.
That's a good crit.
But yeah, Charon's coming up. Key thing with this is we kind of just spam Ember on it.
Yeah, we just spam Ember and pray.
Spam Ember and pray. But we're going to start with the Defense Curl here, or else we're going to get the healing up. We're going to save. I believe you also give it an Oran Berry, right?
Yeah, we do, because we're kind of tight on healing, and especially mid-battle healing. I do have one freshwater given to me by Clyde at the start of the gym, which is actually really clutch, because otherwise, like, a potion would just not cover our like healing situation here at all.
Yeah, the defense scroll is really nice because it does lower their overall damage output, but because you're like 4 to 5 shotting these things, they're also getting a lot of hits in on you. And again,
can lead to a critical hit.
1 in 16 chance to crit, double damage if it goes, and it also goes completely through the defense scroll, as we kind of mentioned earlier with the stages. So crits are awful.
Not to also mention that Charon will send out Pidove last, and Pidove actually has the ability Super Luck, which doubles the crit chance from 1 in 16 to 1 in 8.
Yeah, so most runs die to this Pidove.
An overwhelming amount.
Yeah, if you're alive at this point and your pace is okay.
Yeah, you make it through 20 minutes of perfect movement. You go through like a 60% catch chance on the Psyduck, and then you die to Pidove. So
yeah, so that's a really good roll for the Rat. This Rat is like an 84-ish% 3-hit, I think. So it's really nice to get that first roll to do a ton of damage there. It also helps minimize the amount of damage I take from Pat Rat, because it just makes Lillipup a little bit safer, but I can still just get owned on a whim by a crit here. So okay, that's awesome. Really good in our favor.
Yeah, the scary thing here is we're going to be going to Blaze pretty soon, which you do want for the Pidove. However, okay.
Oh,
never mind. All right.
10%,
cool.
by the way.
I was about to mention, you like to see burns in this fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Burns half the opponent's physical attack damage, and they all use physical attacks.
Yeah, that's pretty clutch. All right, work up there is
Going for
scary
the
because now
range.
crit definitely just kills.
Let's run that back.
Should not have said that. Should not have said
Don't say anything. You're gonna jinx it.
Yeah, normally you take like 6 damage. It'll do like 18 with a critical hit.
Yeah, we'll explain how damage rolls work right after this fight. But yeah, that's what happens. This is, again, how most runs die. And most runs that get past this point will die probably to the next gym leader. And most runs that get to that point will probably die to the one after that. So this is a brutal, awful category. Big shout outs to Tucker and TTS for grinding it as hard as they have to get really good times in it. Because as someone who has grinded it is awful. It is a very taxing mentally speed run. It really tests your patience. But the good news is once you get past like the really bad stuff, it's pretty chill for the rest of the way.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I never run challenge mode, and I'm always having a good time.
Yes, any percent is nicer.
It's like the meme where like 2 people are riding a bus and you're the happy sunshine.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Also, the crossroads from Yu-Gi-Oh! With the happy place and the sad place.
The one side's normal mode, the other one's challenge mode.
And then easy mode's like further off on the side.
Easy mode would be just like that underwater meme where it's like the skeleton under the water.
Yeah, welcome to Memes 101 with your coach here. So just more Ember here. Did not get as many crits or burns, but now we're in Blaze, but this HP is really low.
Yeah, this is an instant heal for Pidove.
Yep. So at least won't die to crit, so that's cool.
I'm gonna just use a potion because I want to keep my health low for the next gyms, which is like basically right after this one, which really sucks because it still puts you in interesting spots for quick attack to completely own you.
All right, so that's the normal quick attack damage you're seeing now, and now we're in Blaze, which is exactly what you want, because then you can 2-shot from here, and
There we go.
perfect.
All right, there we go. We'll take second try.
Very nice, very nice.
And good HP. And we're learning a new move,
Yep.
Flame Charge. It is a 50 base power physical fire move that boosts speed every time that you use it. And considering that Tepik is a physical attacker, a fire type, and is slow, it appreciates all of that.
Yeah, and you'll notice we completely abandoned defense curl like immediately after fighting Jaren. 'cause
It's
we don't
literally
need it
just
anymore.
this, yeah. You could get an X-Defend in the gym and use it on that fight and get the same effect, but we really need the X-Defend for later, so
Yeah.
we're not going to be doing that. And we also get Work Up, which we'll talk about later, but we can do a few donations to celebrate our victory here.
You got it. I'm going to try and speed run some of these.
Yeah.
We've got $59 from Kazumi, says Gen 5 is my least played generation, so really looking forward to seeing it in action. Also, 3+ hours of potential Dex donations. Sign me up. This one goes to Bestest Boy Arcanine. $328 from Trapinch Maniac. Happy to be attending GDQ for the first time. $328 for my favorite Pokemon. Remember to use one hand to support your Trapinch's big head at all times. $171 from Anonymous. Here's $171 for the cutest electric fish, Lantern. Super excited for the White 2 run. You should just cut me off whenever I'm going to keep running.
You can keep
do
going
one
for
more.
a while,
You
yeah.
can do one more.
$197 from Stars Eclipsed. Sorry, that's $197 to be clear. Umbreon Pokedex donation for all those Pokemon prizes. Excited for the Pokemon White run.
So a bit of a routing challenge that Etchy kind of implied with his mentioning of the X-Defend there and how we can't really use it for this fight. We actually get access to X items extremely late in this game compared to a lot of the other Pokemon runs. We can't buy X items until just before we get to the 7th gym. But the game at least throws us a bone and gives us one of every like battle item, I guess is what they're generally called, that we can pick up kind of along the way, especially in the early game to kind of help out later. So we do pick up the X Attack, X Speed, and X Defend because they're the 3 that are most useful for us in order to survive some of the more challenging fights. We'll mention where they get used as we go along, but it's just an interesting routing challenge that we have to deal with, and also it's why it makes running a lot of alt mains, which is a subcategory that we like to do for a lot of different Pokemon runs, where we try to use different mains than what's just the fastest, just as kind of like a challenge speedrun kind of thing.
It's also really messed because in Black and White 1, you're able to actually buy X items in, I think, like, the
Actually,
third
the sec-
town,
the
like
second,
Nuvema,
yeah.
or no,
Yeah.
not Nuvema, sorry, Nakreen. Yeah, they're still there. You can buy them, but that's post-game, so you're not visiting that anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the mess up thing is like, even though you can get them after the 7th gym, we're just not going to do it anyway because it's too slow, and we don't need it anyway, really.
Right. We just barely don't need them.
Yeah, if it was like right there, maybe you could buy them. If they were like in a Pokemon Center, probably, but
Yeah.
not really worth it. So
Can I jump in real quick?
Yes,
Go ahead.
please.
I just want to say our bid war for Drillber's nickname is down to $1 between the top two choices. $11.23 for Blahaj and $11.22 for my cat.
Amazing. How
So
are we
it's
doing?
anyone's game.
How are we doing on Cynthia?
We are doing amazing on Cynthia. We're at $16,593 out of that $48,000
All right.
goal. Almost halfway.
Y'all are gonna want to see that super boss of the game. We get to hear the meme piano music that everyone loves. So
And I know that estimate is makes it look like a long run, but it's gonna fly by. So make sure to mark those donations with the Fight Cynthia incentive.
for sure. As you saw there, we do have repels now. So again, even more reason to not need the RNG manip. We can just use repels to skip all the random encounters, and we will be doing that for the rest of the game.
And there is one nice change that.
That.
Yeah. So in Black and White 2 specifically, they made the change where you could actually refresh your repel without going back into a menu. It is an amazing feature. I am so glad they did this because it has been present in every other Pokemon game since.
But so now that we do have repels, that does help us not have to deal with encounters because we can't really hold RNG minip anymore.
Except for in one case where an encounter can show up anyway.
Yeah. So
I'm sure that won't happen now that you've mentioned it.
Yeah, right. So now that we beat the first gym, there's actually a mechanic specific to Gen 5 known as Phenomenon. So every 20 steps that you take, there's a random RNG check to see that if a Phenomenon should spawn nearby. And it happens quite a lot in this run, and it can be kind of trolly because sometimes they pop up right in front of you without a lot of opportunity to react to it. So Swift here has a wonderful whiteboard for us.
Which I need to write Phenomenon, and I don't know how to spell it. So someone want to donate to tell me how to spell it?
Do you want to mention the spinner setup thing while you're here?
Yeah, so there's a spinner. You could barely see her next to the stairs there. Her name is Len. She is the worst spinner in the game by far. I made sure to enter this route on a specific tile so that I will have a easy opportunity to check. Unfortunately, she turned, so I cannot get past her here. There would be a way to, if she was facing away, just walk into her vision and then run out of it, and that would let me get by without her being seen. But instead, I kind of have to back it up doing what's called step back, which is basically I'm 2 steps away from her first tile of vision, and then I will wait for her to turn away to where I'm trying to pass her, and then I'll flash my menu real quick to see if she's spun back, because between the time it takes to walk that one tile and just natural human reaction time, I can kind of check to make sure that her cycle for when she's going to check to spin again is long enough for me to take that next walk tile into her vision, and then I can just get out of it without encountering her. It's a very easy trick. Anyone can do it at home, and it works in both Gen 4 and Gen 5.
Yeah, and obviously we can't do the Gen 3 trick of just opening the bag to reset the spinner cycles. Doesn't work, so we have to do that. But we're entering, I don't remember the name of this town. Burbank City. So this is the town of the second gym leader, Roxy, right there on the screen. She is the poison type gym leader, which, as you all can probably assume, that means it's awful. So going into this gym sucks as well. And you saw TTS actually got some free Pecha Berries, which is really clutch, and immediately equipped them. Pecha Berries immediately heal your poison if they are equipped and you get poisoned. And that is really important for a gym where basically everything can poison you.
You know, you got room on that whiteboard for a death counter, too. That might be a good idea. Because there's going to be quite a few, I would imagine.
There's already one?
Yeah,
We're already at 1. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I encourage everyone at home to do the same. For each phenomenon that appears, I'm going to donate $1 and $5 if I have to go into one, or if one just goes in front of me and I get screwed. And I will donate $5 for every death. So if anyone wants to match it at home, feel free. We'll keep track, so you don't have to do it yourself.
Nice touch.
So this is the second gym. It's a poison gym, which is really nice that the game throws us a bone and gives us the Pecha Berries, because basically everything has poison gas, which is 80 accurate, and if it does hit, then we just get poisoned. So the berries kind of help us trim having to use an antidote to heal, or buying antidotes or anything like that. You can get crit here because I'm using Blaze to try to
Why would you say it?
Oh, okay, that's another one for That's another one for the board. There you go.
If you're wondering why TTS saved for a random gym trainer, that's why.
Yeah. If you have money attached to death count, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Can I jump in real quick on this reset?
Yes.
We have a $1,000 donation from Anonymous. Thank you so much. Also, my cat has jumped into the lead in that bid war with 1224. Blahaj lovers, you know what to do.
Look at this cat. Is this a cat? You can decide with your donations.
I think it's
Is this a
Warhawk.
cat?
I guess, is this more cat-like or less cat-like?
Is that a cat?
What is
Yes,
cat?
this is a cat, yes. What are the defining features of a cat? Please let us know in the donations. Okay, didn't get crit that time.
Ooh.
I almost said it, so I'm glad I didn't. But yeah, these coughings are so annoying. They're like so bulky. Without Blaze, you can't two-shot them, so they're just giving them more turns to poison you or troll you or just be annoying. And if you get poisoned all the time, you have to keep equipping the Pecha Berry, which is really slow. And you don't want to heal too much here because you want to keep your Blaze, but by not healing too much, you're going to die to crits, and it's just the whole thing. So.
Yeah, high Blaze is like pretty much the best HP that you can be at. So that you can take a hit and then like still deal Blaze damage.
And again, Blaze is 1/3 HP or lower. So if you're exactly 1/3, that's usually like a perfect place to be. Except sometimes you level up out of Blaze when you don't want to. So there's specific thresholds in specific situations.
Right.
Good dodge, awesome.
Yeah, Poison Gas Miss is actually really huge there. Because if I took damage here, I'd have to heal for coughing because both of them combined will own me if they choose to attack. So these gym trainers have random AI, so it's random what they do. The coughing has both tackle assurance as attacking moves along with poison gas, so it's 2/3 that I'm going to get hit basically. And the Grimer only has pound. It also has disable, which is annoying when that happens, and poison gas. So.
Yeah. And now we get to evolve, which is something that doesn't normally happen in the 90% speedrun, right?
Thanks to the extra Pokemon that Charon has and the higher level Pokemon in Challenge Mode, we get to Pignite, and Pignite's useful on Roxy.
Yeah, very, very nice to have this for the gym leader, for sure.
And I'm going to keep my hand as far away from the B button as possible, because canceling Evos is extremely bad in Challenge Mode.
As Swift mentioned, we're now Fire Fighting type, which can be relevant depending on which types are hitting into you. You can learn Arm Thrust, but it sucks, so we're not going to learn it. We also just don't need Fighting type for like anything.
Yeah, we're going to teach a move right away, which is the team that Charon gave us, is Work Up. It's a setup move. It gives you +1 stage in physical attack and special attack. And it's kind of be like just kind of our carry for this fight because we're going to use it 3 times in the fight and then like sweep everything.
Yeah, because of the like 30 IV problem that I mentioned, Roxy's additional poke, which is a Grimer, is extremely bulky. So for us to one-shot it, we have to be both +3 and in Blaze to one-shot it. And one-shotting everything here is very crucial. Because I have to go all the way down to Blaze, Roxy can just crit me in any of these 3 turns that I'm spamming Work Up here. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I took another
Why would you say that?
Well,
You just like to add to the death counter.
Yeah. True.
It's more money for charity.
what's going to be higher by the end, the phenomenon counter or the death counter?
That death count.
That death counter for sure.
I sure hope it wouldn't be the death counter, but...
yeah, so as long as you don't get crit here, it's pretty chill.
Just this turn
Work
in
Up.
particular.
Yeah.
I've got some clarity on the phenomenon spelling.
All right, go for
Yes.
it.
$25 from Lexological. How to spell phenomenon? F-I, nom, mini, mon.
Very
And with a name like Lexological, you know they know what they're talking about.
Finionin, whatever.
Finionamon?
Wait, this is,
Finionamon.
hold on, this is too small.
Yeah,
It's like a Digimon name.
Oh my
So
God,
basically in this
voice
fight, you kind of see like kind of the structure of how most of the boss battles are going to work in this game,
Yep.
where you're setting up on the first mon or first convenient mon that you see, and then you're sweeping through everything else. Maybe there's something that can give you a problem in the rest of the fight, but generally this is how it's going to go. So the threat is usually what you set up on.
That was very not scary. That was all right. That was
okay. Considering how often I get crit on the last turn of setup there, I'll take not having it happen here.
Did I do it right?
Phenom. Yeah, sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Something that hasn't come up yet that we haven't explained that probably should explain it now is the way damage rolls work. Did you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so damage rolls in this game range from like, it's a 1 to 16, or because there's 16 damage rolls. It can be between 85% of your attack to 100% of your attack. Basically, think of it like rolling a 16-sided die. I like to compare it to D&D die because it's like if you roll a die, you do more damage the higher roll it is, and you do less damage the lower roll it is, or you just miss outright, but we'll ignore that one.
Yeah, so whenever we say something is like a 4 out of 16 range, that just means there's a 25% chance to knock it out in one hit. That also means we usually don't simplify the fractions from like 4 out of 16 to 1 in 4, but we can sometimes do that. It kind of just is random. I'm sorry. What's 1 out of 16?
It's 6.25%.
All right, so just remember that. Write that down on the board, and then you'll know if we ever say that.
Where do you want me to write it down?
Right next to Phenom. But yeah, this is the part of the game that's awesome. This part's really cool.
It's actually like a 7-minute donation block. It's awesome.
Yeah, so we're gonna watch a sick movie here, and then TTS is gonna participate in a movie and act in a movie on his own. So while that happens, let's do some donations.
Oh, I would love to. We have $156 from Tustin2121. Time for some Pokedex donations. Here's one for Quilava, my all-time favorite Pokemon.
Yes! I love Quilava.
Quilava's great.
$196 from Army of Thalia. Hey GDQ, special thanks to the awesome sound and production crew who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make GDQ run so unbelievably smoothly. Here's $196 for the best evolution and my favorite Pokemon, Espeon. Best of luck to the runner.
Espeon's all right. Oh, I got some moves back there.
You got it on your pants and two.
I know, and I
just, like,
speedrun a game where it's used.
hating on it. That's wild.
All right, so I hope you all brought your popcorn because we're going to be watching a major blockbuster hit here.
Yeah, be sure to add this to your letterbox after.
Yes.
We have $11.12 from Not a Clone. $11.12 for the combined dex numbers for my and my partner's favorite Pokemon, Gallade and Volcarona. $8.90 from Reanimator, donating 2 of my favorite Pokemon, Garchomp, in honor of both the life-size Garchomp plush that I should be getting any day and Cynthia's ace. Let's get this Cynthia's fight in, shall we? And we are at $18,000, $18,528, excuse me, almost halfway to that incentive. And Blahaj, meanwhile, has retaken first place by over $200. Fans of My Cat, you had your time in the sun. Do you want to take it back? You've still got time. We got $35.90 from Archduke of the High Bears. $3.59 for my favorite friend-shaped Pokemon, Absol. It's not GDQ without Pokemon, so this donation goes towards the Fight with Cynthia incentive. Let's get more Pokemon.
All right, Bryson Man, let's go.
Kind of a strange film. I don't really get the plot here. Is there going to be a sequel or something?
That was like a YouTube
I'm sure
short
there will
thing.
be.
Yeah.
We got slow credits.
Unlucky.
Yeah, there's
So-
3 different kind of credits that you can get. You can get the text scrolling on the right, you can get the text scrolling on the left, or you can get the whole background to be grayed out with the text. It's faster if you get the one that's grayed out, so it's like a 1 in 3 to happen.
We should explain why are we doing all this before we can like leave the town? Why is it required?
Oh, the lore. Oh, where do I begin? So there's a sailor.
Yeah.
How does that song go?
That's
No, so Roxy's dad is kind of going through like a midlife crisis and wants to become a movie star. So we kind of get shoehorned into his attempts at becoming a famous movie star. And that was kind of his attempt, and it kind of flopped, actually. So
I thought that was a great movie. What are you talking about?
you're right, I'm sorry. I mean, it took some really creative directions, like speedrunning the movie. I think that was like less than a minute long movie.
Yeah.
But
It'll be a cult classic later, anyways.
Yeah. So the guy that's next to us, he's like a talent scout that
His
saw us.
name is Stu Dio.
Yeah, that guy's
Yeah.
studio
That's
right
wild.
above us.
If you like your donation puns, there you go.
Yeah, there's also like Sergio Pokemonski or something in the credits. They got some really creative names in the credits to kind of fill the spot. But anyway, so this guy to our like bottom left here was like a talent scout that watched us like beat Roxy and was really like impressed. So he drug us here to see what Pokestar Studios is all about, and then now we kind of have to shoot our own movie. So I'm kind of nervous. I haven't been on like a film set before, so I'm really hoping that I don't screw this movie up.
It's all a green screen. You're fine.
You're right, but like I'm just a terrible actor.
I'll see if
Poniard.
What do you think kills this?
Poniard de Riolu.
My favorite color is blue.
New Main, Riolu?
Blue move, if there is one.
There's
Oh wait,
blue.
I
There it
misclicked.
is.
Oh no.
Oh, you got crit.
I got
Crit,
crit.
that's so unlucky, dude.
No. What do you mean?
That counts as a death, by the way.
Why him?
No.
So you can actually freeze in that fight with Ice Punch and then it immediately ends it. It is really
Yeah, it
funny.
gives you a different ending. He's like, what in tarnation? What just happened?
Isn't there something funny with this save?
Yeah, so if you don't have a save file present, this save is only saving movie data. So if you've never saved before this point, this save doesn't actually save any data. So
Yeah, if you turn your game off and on, it's just gone.
yeah,
It's awesome.
at least assuming you're in PB attempts. I'm not going to prove it for science here.
I'm sure this happened to some like 8-year-old like 10 years ago.
Probably.
It'd be very sad, but while we're running out of here, we're done now. Finally, it is over. We can do some more donations.
Absolutely. We just got $200 from, tell me if you recognize this name, Thomas Patrick WX. So proud to see you on the main stage, and you're crushing it. $200 for all the Ogrepon cards we pulled during the Violet run. And what's that? A special message from Ogrepon? Thank you for saving me, Twitch chat. My trainer and I have gone on so many adventures and battles into FGDQ. Hopefully you can save a legendary Pokemon friend too. Perhaps cure him? Good luck, TTS.
Thank you, T-Pat. Love you.
We can't actually catch it.
We can save it.
We can fight it.
How can we save it?
We'll technically save it.
Yeah.
What I've
true.
learned from the
Save.
Violent
We
Run
save.
is that save can mean a lot of things.
Yeah, because there's a thing that prevents you from using Pokeballs in that fight. So sorry about that,
Cool.
T-Pat.
Banger alert, by the way. This is the new Team Plasma theme. Got Protect. That's awesome. These are new Team Plasma grunts. We're going to fight them a bunch in this game. It is... I was going to say it's less probably than Black and White 1, but it's probably not. There's probably like the same amount of grunts. That you
I think
fight.
it's way less, actually.
Is it? Okay.
There's
I
one
was
area
trying
that
to
I'm
remember.
thinking of.
Like the pyramid and stuff.
Yeah, Dragon Spiral Tower.
Oh,
plus
yeah,
Desert
that's
Resort, where you have
awful,
like
yeah.
20.
And they all suck and have like one Pokemon. And
Yeah. They also love to scream plasma. They're just very patriotic about their evil doings, I guess.
Yeah, this game is not as... The game's like not much different time-wise from Black and White 1, but the annoying sections are cut down. And it's more like kind of spread out balance type stuff, especially in the speed run.
I was gonna say that it's funny you say patriotic because it's July 4th,
Woo!
and also this game is based on America.
Yeah.
It all makes sense. That's why they put us on this day.
Yeah.
Thank goodness, honestly.
I mean, I don't know.
All right, so another spinner setup here. The spinner is not cooperating.
Lynn.
So we just have to do the manual spinner
Lynn,
path.
Lynn is her name. Everybody hates Lynn.
Also, there's the dire hit you told me about that I learned like 2 days
there's
ago.
a dire hit like right there.
I didn't know about that one.
All right, we went to go look for this Team Plasma person. We're going to fight them as well. Just as a Patrat. Patrat, another one of the common Team Plasma grunt Pokemon. There's a very annoying evolution of it that we'll fight later. Oh no, this is a Purloin.
Yeah, this is the
previous
Purloin.
one.
Yeah.
Who cares about Purloin? Whatever.
This one has like Sand Attack and a couple other annoying moves, but
you're
because
faster.
we're faster and we're in Blaze, so it's not a
Yeah,
problem.
so you just destroy.
Y'all, we have passed the 50% mark on that Fight Cynthia incentive.
Wow.
That is $20,000 for
Holy
charity.
smokes. And we're nowhere near halfway through this run. You guys are killing it on the
Yeah,
donations.
TTS was telling me before the run that if we get halfway through and we hit the Cynthia incentive, he'll do the fight with the Purloin instead. So
What?
definitely donate for that.
Wait, he did say that.
He did, yeah. That's
Yeah.
I feel like I'm being gaslit on stage.
Yeah, let me get my Photoshop out real quick, and I'll get the
Finally.
proof out.
We got a nice check on Lynn. 1 of 3.
Oh, that's a double battle, by the way. Did we mention that?
Oh, yeah, I dumped Pidove and Psyduck in the box after beating Charon because that's otherwise a mandatory double. And because I only have Tepig in my party, it is no longer required because they can't fight me with one.
Yeah, very standard thing in like all the Pokemon games. So most people are probably aware of it, but figured we should mention in case you were not aware. But now it's time. We're gonna go to New York City in just a moment.
Yes, so you are running out of time for the Drillbur nickname incentive. So if you have been waiting
shoot.
to snipe a name, you're going to want to start thinking about it like right now.
Yeah,
'cause
get
in
those
about
in.
5 minutes, we're going to be catching it.
My cat, $200 behind, 5 minutes. I think we got a race on our hands.
All right, so why are we catching Drillbur? Why is Tepig not good enough?
So it's not that Tepig isn't bad, but there is a couple of reasons. One of the big ones is entry animations. So Emboar is a very big Pokemon, both in terms of size and weight. And what that means is that when you send them out into battle, they basically cause like a shaking like earth effect where a bunch of like clouds like spurt up underneath them when they land. That is actually really slow. So we would like to use a Pokemon that avoids doing that. And it just so happens that Excadrill does not have that problem. It is light enough that it doesn't like shake the earth when it comes out into battle. So that helps save a lot of time over the course of the run. Also, Excadrill gets a very cracked moveset. It's going to learn both Hone Claws and Swords Dance throughout its natural level up, which makes it just really cracked for taking care of a lot of fights, because if our attack is not good enough, usually a Swords Dance takes care of it, especially in the late game. So it's just really good mon to use.
Yeah, I think most of it is probably just like, one, Excadrill is just much better as a Pokemon. It's self-sustainable with a better setup move that we'll see later. And also the matchups. For Pignite, if you were to do the game with Emboar, you'd run into problems with like Skyla, Marlin, Chantal. Like these trainers are really hard for Pignite, where Excadrill doesn't really have too terrible of a time on anybody.
Honestly, it's just like such a broken Pokemon. It's
Yeah.
so good.
This game is really
ridiculous.
hard, but Excadrill actually makes it look manageable.
Yeah.
It's also, there's a lot of triple and double battles that we have to use, so Excadrill gets some really cracked spread moves that we can use to take out multiple pokes at once without having to rely on our doubles partner, whoever it is.
Yeah, but it's not used in Black and White 1 because, well, we have access to Iron Head actually in this game. It doesn't actually learn it by level up naturally, believe it or not. And yeah, it doesn't get any steel type moves in Black and White 1,
That's
so
sad.
yeah.
You also get it way too early to even try to main Drillbur, because Drillbur's moveset early on is just really bad.
Yeah.
Drillbur is bad.
Yeah, you
but
don't get
Excadrill's
dig for
good.
ever.
Yeah.
You just have Metal Claw.
Yeah, you'll notice earlier I went into a building right after getting the bike to pick up the EXP share. It's really clutch that it's actually that easy to pick up the EXP share in this game, because Drillbur on its own is not good enough to take care of the next gym leader, who's Berg. So even though we're going to get Drillbur before Berg, it's mainly so that we can give it the EXP share to help it out, get as much experience as possible, to get to Excadrill as fast as possible, while Pignite is still the best thing to use, especially versus Berg.
Entering the Castelia sewers here. We're going to be joined by our buddy Hugh. Just to do one single double battle here, you're going to get... There's other things you can get. You can get Zubat in the sewers if you didn't get your Pidove earlier, so there's a backup if you missed it for whatever reason. But we're just going to do this fight now. It's usually faster to die, right?
Yeah, it's faster to die because if you die here, you don't get EXP, and then by the time you're done using Pignite, it doesn't level up and try to learn Rollout. So that's actually a pretty decent chunk of time.
Yeah, it's kind of investing a little bit of time loss to die in this fight and watch Scraggy get Moxie, because Scraggy would be the one that kills us, in order to not learn Rollout at the end of Berg. So.
Yeah, dying is not so insequential because you get a free heal after this fight.
Yeah,
That is-
and it's a true
And
double, so
will
you don't wipe.
finish it off.
All right.
And he gets it in.
Okay, that's chill.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Shout
Yeah,
out-
honestly, you don't die that often in this fight. But.
Did I crit that? I
Yeah,
must have
you
that.
crit, so
Okay.
that's the best fight.
Yeah, that is the best fight.
What are you saying?
I was gonna say shoutouts to Pidove on that fight. Right,
Oh my
TTS?
Yeah, I've seen some really wonky fights there where Q's duot hit itself in confusion half a dozen times, and I
Oh, yeah.
that day that Q
If you-
has backups, incling a Pidove.
If you want to see the clip, you can go to TTS's channel at
Twitch.tv/TTS4life. Follow this man.
And you can see the clip there.
It's
Watch
a pretty
the clip.
funny clip.
Yeah, Gen 5 generates a lot of funny clips, so definitely check it out.
It's really funny.
So TTS is going to set up the RNG minute for the Jailbird. We can do one donation really quickly.
Yes.
You've got it. We got $200 from Austin, $200 for my cat, because a close race is a fun race. And it is now a very close race.
And you can do one more.
We also have $33 from Cy J. So great to see White 2 on the GDQ stage. The Gen 5 games bring back so many good memories for me. $33 for number 330, Flygon. Good luck on the run, TTS. Let's hit the Cynthia battle.
Thank you, Sajay. So yeah, we're going to need the Drillbur name in 45 seconds, a minute, something like that.
So last call.
Last call. You got to hurry right now. Get that donation in ASAP. Do you want to explain what we're about to see here?
Yeah, so basically, we're going to try to spawn in a Drillbur. Drillbur is not a normal encounter. It's actually a Dust Cloud encounter, which is a type of phenomenon.
Oh.
I'm gonna owe $5, aren't I? Crap.
Oh man, we should have thought about that more. Picked a category.
I should have thought about that a little more.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, basically it's stemming from a manip, and Dust Clouds are kind of spawned in based on your step count since loading in. And so are the stats of Drillbur. They're kind of manipulated on the frame that you encounter So what's going on right now is we're weakening the Drillbur with a flame charge. It makes the catch rate go from like a 33% to a 50%. And he actually got a Fairy Swipes dodge, so if you can catch it, nice.
All right, I'm gonna
Nice.
need that
Nice.
nickname now.
Yeah, and he goes completely heelless after this too.
Really nice.
Do I count the dust cloud phenomenon and
Yes.
the encounter separately?
Probably make it easy. So what's
Okay.
that nickname for us?
With the last second snipe, it is my cat.
Okay, so what's your cat's name?
Well, it's Seashell, but that's not what they donated for, unfortunately.
Oh.
I think it's literally my
I think it's
cat.
all lowercase my space cat and then
That's
exclamation
exactly
point.
right.
M-Y, well,
No. Yeah.
M-Y space
M-Y cat.
C-A-T...
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point, just like that?
Yeah.
Just like that.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for donating
It's
for
actually
that.
my cat. My cat.
Our favorite feline friend, Drillbur. Do you want to tell us about the Drillbur? What is this Drillbur?
Yeah, so this Drillbur is meant to be perfect in just about every way possible. So it's level 19, which is the highest level that we could get in that area. It's also meant specifically to be a female because there are a couple of attract users that we're going to have to deal with. There's basically there are two female attract users and one male attract user that we have to put up with. And because the male one happens first and the other two female ones are a lot worse to deal with, we specifically made it for female. It also has the ability Sand Force, which boosts its ground type moves in a sandstorm, but it's only specific for it's only relevant to one very specific fight, and it's not like a revolutionary reason why we have it. It also has an adamant nature, which is plus attack and minus special attack, because we don't really use any special attacks at all. We're going to be basically all physical. And it's also got perfect IVs and everything except special attack because we don't use special attack at all, as I just said. So
Yeah. Entering Berg's gym now. Berg is a bug type guy, and as per usual, this gym sucks. Actually, the gym trainers are pretty chill in this gym. The problem is really Berg. Berg
Yeah.
also kills a lot of run.
yeah, this is another one. We're kind of getting into the mid game here, and the mid game is probably the most reset heavy part of it. Mainly because first off, we just had a Drillbur catch, which is pretty hard. As we mentioned earlier, it's like a 50% chance to catch at about half health, like I had there. Another problem is that Berg has quite a bit of a team shakeup actually. So normally gym leaders get just a simple addition to their team in challenge mode, but Berg actually gets another member of his team swapped. So in normal mode, he usually has a Swadloon, Dwebble, and Livani. But this time in challenge mode, he actually gets a Carablast and ditches Swadloon for Shelmet. So he's gonna have team of 4. He's gonna actually lead Dwebble, which is worst case for us because Dwebble has the move Rock Blast, which is a multi-hit move. So basically that means it can hit randomly from 2 to 5 times. Each hit has a chance to crit me. You can already see where this is going. And each one does 10 damage with a 1 in 16 chance to do 12. So you can basically pretty easily divide my health by 10 to kind of see how many hits I can take before I die to Rock Blasts. It is very common to get 2 and 3. They're both split at 37.5% each for 75% to do either 2 or 3 hits.
It's most common for 3 and 4, isn't it?
No, 3 and 4 are both 12.5 for the last 25%. So you'll most commonly see 2 and 3, and 3 and 4 are the more, you'll see most commonly 2 and 3, and then 4 and 5 are the more rare ones.
Yeah, so basically, Pig Knight has 75 HP, and you can take 7 hits. So we're kind of relying on those lower rolls for Rock Blast.
Yeah, for safety, I am going to equip my last Oranberry that I have, because that'll get me 85, so that just makes it very consistent to get past Berg.
And we will save again.
Yes, because if we die here, we do wipe all the way back to Aspertia, and that's a long haul back, and we don't want to do that.
Yeah, the double also has sturdy too, right?
Yes, the Dwebble is sturdy, so what we're going to do is we're going to work up and then use Flame Charge and then use 2 Embers to finish it off.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Flame
you're
charge gives
taking-
that speed bump at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If we get to Blaze on the turn that we use our first Ember, we can basically one-shot it with Blaze. The thing is that Dwebble has the move Rock Polish, and the AI likes to use speed raising or lowering moves to try to get the edge on you. So we basically get a free turn of setup because it's going to use Rock Polish turn 1, and then that'll give us our ability to use Workup because we need that to just boost our attack just a little bit more. We're also going to need to make sure that we use 2 flame charges before Leavanny comes out. Leavanny comes out third, and we want to be faster than it because it's got some really punishing moves, including Grass Whistle, which could put us to sleep. And we don't really have any like healing items to cure being asleep. So if we get put to sleep in a case like that, it's just not good. But we basically just skip all that by going to +2 speed before Leavanny comes out.
Yeah, and even with the double lead and stuff, you might think, oh, maybe you should just use Drillbur instead. No, Drillbur gets absolutely destroyed in this fight.
Yeah, Drillbur.
It's really bad.
Drillbur has no shot in this gym, even if it's as cracked as it is.
Yeah, its time will come soon.
Yes. So there's the rock polish.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, not too bad.
Okay, I still have my berry, so I'm pretty much going to only die to a 5-hit and crit.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
this is
that's-
kind of awkward, so I'm just going to super this.
Yeah, you wanted to get into Blaze there, but
Yeah, also just being at 31 is a little awkward because I'm like 75% to whiff. Okay, I would have died there if I didn't heal, so.
and now we play the waiting game.
Yeah, it's just
still need
kind of
Blaze.
awkward with the rolls here.
The thing is, if he attacked without Blaze right now, then it would put double under 25%, and then Berg would just heal.
Dude.
Oh, that's another one for the death counter.
That was a 12.5 to live there, so that was just
Yeah.
very unlucky.
Yeah, but those are just the games you have to play against Berg, and it's
Yeah.
very annoying, very awful. And it's not even the worst gym leader.
No, it's not.
Can I soften the blow with a quick donation?
Of course.
We've got $15 from Stu Dio.
Oh,
Stu Dio here, and wow, I'm seeing a lot of good talent out there. I'm looking for some new stars to help me bring the time on my next movie down to 16.xx seconds. Send headshots.
You can keep going. This is going to be the same thing that we just saw.
Great.
So.
We've got $28 from Lavable Man. 28 for the best little guy, Sandslash. Shout outs to swiftalu and Etchy, 2 of the best Shrek 2 players I've ever
So
seen.
true.
Oh no.
Just don't let Etchy do the hero time.
no, that's Sparkle. Anyway.
That is Sparkle.
Anyways, no, I'm good at hero time. So more shenanigans here. We are in Blaze, but we got to heal this because we will die.
This isn't a much better situation than the last one.
Yeah, Rock Polish does boost the speed by 2 stages here, so it's just gonna outspeed us every time here. Not much we can do about it. It's not worth boosting more. So, okay, dodge is cool,
All right, the dodge is nice.
and a 2-hit.
It's
all
gonna
right.
be heal.
Yeah.
Oh,
fine.
yeah, that's too much. Yeah. Yeah. How does a heal range? It's 25%. Right?
Yeah,
25% or lower.
25. I think
Yeah.
Blaze will kill from here.
Let's go. The boss monster has been defeated.
And the rest of the fight is easy.
Yep. Yeah, the Shelmet's actually cool because it just dies.
Yes.
Blast also dies. And yeah, the Leavanny, as long as you didn't lose all your buffs for some reason, you will just one-shot it. It's not a big deal. And yeah, level up even, keep him Blaze, so totally fine.
All right, go ahead with a couple more donations.
I would love to. We have $25 from TrueMoo12. TTS4life, best of luck from the back couch. We have to fight one more optional for the memes and prolonging Pokemon stage time by fighting Cynthia. And we are over $23,000 on our way to that 40K goal. Let's keep it rolling. We've got $44.20 from Ace Red and Slayer, who say, it's been over a decade since the COD zombie days. It's amazing that we've all been able to finally meet in person, but be careful as Ace might ambush you with his harmonica. Here's 2210 from each of us in honor of your 5X world records. Good luck with the run. We hope to have us reunited for future GDQs.
Of course. Thank you guys.
Yeah, you're a Pokemon speedrunner right
Yes.
now, but that wasn't your origin story, right?
Yes, it wasn't. I played Call of Duty Zombies High Rounds for a very long time.
How many world records did you get in that?
1 in 2019. I held the highest round on the Zombies Map 5 and Black Ops 1 for about 9-ish months in 2018, 2019-ish, somewhere in there. The timeline gets fuzzy.
And how did those skills prepare you for your Pokemon speedrunning journey?
Patience.
That is that is actually the most important skill in Pokemon speedrunning. So that makes a lot of sense. But now we're leaving Castelia City. This strange blonde man is approaching us. His name is question mark.
He just wants to look at our
just like
Pokemon.
you
It's
do.
kind of weird. He's kind of mumbling some weird stuff.
He's a little bit of a weirdo. His name's Colress.
Yapping.
He's a yapper. We're gonna fight him in 2 seconds to teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
Wait, it's been 2 seconds and we haven't fought
Oh,
it.
sorry.
2 minutes.
Speedrunner math, like the
Minute.
time doesn't work out. Whatever. 1 minute is like 2 seconds to a guy like me. So.
Oh, I see.
The you can get candies from this clown here if you talk to all the clowns, which you actually do in any %, but we don't do it here because we get the experience anyway.
Yeah.
And it's also really slow to get it. And it like, obviously like extra level, cool, extra experience, cool. But the level doesn't like make any real big difference for us. We're still gonna hit like specific level thresholds and move thresholds and evolution thresholds at the right times anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I worked on like a safe route of challenge mode to make the next gym leader not awful, and it literally involves like 4 minutes of time loss because you have to do so many extra fights just to get like rock slide for the next gym battle, which is awful. So this is like the most you kind of just have to take the big risk in this run, which makes it cool but also awful.
Yeah, so this is the only fight where we take advantage of Sand Force, like I said. We're just going to be using Mud Slap, which is a special attack move, but it's just because it's the best for Magnemite. There's no point in using Dig here because it does have Sturdy, and of course we'll have a Super Potion to like heal it. So it's just best for us to like double Mud Slap, and with just a little bit of special attack IVs that we have, and the boost from Sand Force, this just becomes a guaranteed 2-shot. So. You can hit us with a couple more donations.
Fantastic. We have $272 from DS and J-Copter, who says, here's $260 plus $12 for my wife's and my favorite Pokemon, Swampert and Butterfree. Let's get to 1 million today. I know that seems, yeah, that's right.
We can get there.
We can get there.
We are creeping up on that 750K, and today is stacked, so I believe in us.
Yeah, TTS was also saying if we get 1 million during this run, he will fight Cynthia with only Mud Slap. So.
I also heard that.
Yeah.
With 2 hands tied behind my back.
Yep, so in that fight, you might have noticed that we hit level 22 and we learned Hone Claws. Hone Claws is a setup move, and it boosts attack and accuracy by 1 stage. So both of those are useful, and we love to not rely on X items that don't exist.
Banger alert. So this is Joint Avenue. It's not relevant in the speedrun, we have to go through it. So,
I like it. I like grew mine.
so like I never played Gen 5 as a kid, so I missed on like all the multiplayer feature stuff. What is actually Joint Avenue?
So Joint Avenue, it's kind of like a cooperative thing.
Yeah.
It's semi-cooperative, but there's also like a bunch of NPCs.
But like, can we play it like now if I had like a DS?
You could do some stuff with
Or is
it.
it online only?
It's not online only.
Yeah, you can like work on it as solo. Apparently you can get like Master Balls or something.
You can. It's from the
Like
lottery.
finite Master
It's basically the equivalent of like Festival Plaza from Gen 7, if people remember that one.
Okay.
Yeah, they basically like cut and paste it into Gen 7.
Interesting. It just has a better song too, so that's cool.
Yeah.
You can also change the floor.
Really? To what?
Yeah. To just different patterns. I guess it's the ceiling actually, but it's reflective. But it's really
fair,
cool.
fair.
Like mine has purple stars, I think.
It's time. We're in Nimbasa City.
We're in the gym.
Oh man, we're in the
The
gym.
dreaded
For anyone
fights.
who knows, they're gonna get really excited about what's about to come up. But
Roller
for those who
coasters,
don't,
yeah.
it's just roller coasters. That's it. There's no other pain. There's no
Nope.
misery. I'm not gonna be crying for the next like 10 minutes. I'm not gonna press Y
press
randomly.
So yeah, this is the Nimbasa gym. Gonna fight some trainers, do some stuff,
Maybe
Have
read some
fun.
donations.
read some donations while we're doing this.
I'd love to. We've got $35.80 from Doodlebee, who says, can we get Pokedex shoutouts for favorite underrated Pokemon? I have a huge soft spot for Chimicho, especially after the side quest in Arceus Legends where you help rehome one.
Aww.
What mons do the couch and the runner think deserve more love?
TTS.
Oh, Excadrill gets enough love. I gotta
Yeah.
think about this one.
Like an underrated Pokemon.
This guy, Garbodor. I love Garbodor.
I
Honestly,
actually do love
unironically
Garbodor.
cool guy. The G-Max form of it, super cute. Actually, Trubbish is probably better though. But
Yeah.
like people like Trubbish. People don't hate Trubbish as much, but Garbodor definitely deserves some more love.
Esper.
Esper.
I love Esper.
It is a very. I love Esper's face. It's so funny.
Yes.
Do you want to explain what you just did, by the way, TTS, with the funny movement?
Yeah, so there's a little bit of shenanigans that you can do with these coasters to just make the cycles a little better. Don't ask me exactly how it works. We just kind of like messed around a little bit with hitting the buttons at certain times, and it just kind of works. We used to actually like flash the menu before that the coaster that the one guy just came out of in order to kind of help reset the cycles a little bit. But Minnow actually found a newer set up that saves a little bit of time just because we don't have to flash the menu anymore.
Cool. So, Swift, what is static?
Oh, yeah, I love static. So static is an ability on some of the electric type Pokemon we're going to be fighting. It's a 30% chance to paralyze you. Now, normally, Drillbur cannot be paralyzed by stuff like Thunder Wave because it is a ground type and immune to electric type attacks. But that doesn't mean it's immune to being paralyzed, and paralysis just sucks. You are 25% to not be able to act during your turn, and your speed is just significantly lowered. I don't remember by how much in this game.
It's quartered.
Oh, it's quartered.
It's quartered? Okay.
That's so bad.
It is really bad. I always thought it was half until then I learned that there was a change that it was like changed to half. And I'm like, oh, I guess it wasn't always half.
The issue is compounded with paralysis because our primary move is going to be dig because it's super effective and it's a 2-hit move. So we basically have to go through 2 paralysis checks to make sure that we can actually land the attack.
Yeah,
So as soon as they get paralyzed, I'm basically going to heal it immediately because it's just not
Never
worth
worth
it.
to go low.
You're gonna heal immediately and then immediately trigger static again.
Yep.
And that's everything. Basically, everything you're gonna come in contact to in this gym is gonna have static.
Yeah.
Like every trainer has like a static thing, pretty much.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the exception of Blitzel and Zebstrika, everything else has static.
Yeah, so that'll be like Flaffy, Elekid, Emolga that all have static.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And for reference, you can just not get paralyzed by it, but you have to use a move that doesn't make contact. And all of Drillbur's moves currently all make contact. Maybe that's why you went 4 minutes out of your way for Rock Slide.
Yeah. Rock Slide does not make contact and also obliterates Emolga, which is awesome. However, getting to level 29 is really hard. Something we haven't mentioned in this game too is this is the gen where they changed the EXP scaling stuff. So it's much harder to just grind your way to like a level because you don't get like the same amount of experience no matter what. It changes based on your current level. So if you're lower level, you get more experience from stuff. If you're higher level, you get less because it's kind of like balanced out in a way. I think mostly to help you like catch up if you're low level Pokemon or something.
Yeah.
But that just makes it really hard to do things that you could do in other Pokemon speedruns. So that was the fake gym. We're now in the real gym. And this is where things get real. So
Yeah, so there's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 static chances throughout the remainder of this gym. So feel free to place your bets in chat. At 30%, the average is I think around 2-ish, maybe slightly higher than 2.
yeah.
I think it's between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
So place your bets in the chat right now or in
Yeah,
donations.
spam numbers in chat actually. So
Or you could just be cool and get no static just like yesterday in practice.
Yeah,
True,
that was
true.
interesting.
Yeah, this is a split that is such a big like variance split in the run. You can save so much time here, or you can just like barely win the fights, but still just like your run's dead because you just lost so much time to the statics. Like it is such a wide range of events that can happen in this and already get in the static. Yeah, can we
Can we get a woo?
woo for every static? Let's go.
Tell you what, I'll donate $10 for every static. That'll make it better.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I immediately have to heal it. This thing can also static us, but fortunately isn't really a threat.
Yeah,
and we
the-
actually can slash it too. Oh no,
Yeah.
the next one we slash it.
Yeah. So the Elekids actually don't have a attacking move that's not electric. So they actually can only sit there and spam light screen, which is really nice. So we can never have to take damage from them.
Yeah, that's
The
why
Flappy are a
it's
bit
swapped
more
out.
annoying.
Because it can sometimes swap out if it just like has nothing to deal with.
Yeah, the AI is smart enough to realize I can't do anything with this, so I'm gonna pivot to something else.
Yeah, oddly enough, that's like one of the only good AI quirks for like some of these worse trainers in terms of like the AI ranking.
That Flaffy was also at 11 and 16, so that was nice to get that range.
Yeah. We can do a couple donations while we're getting statics here.
Sure thing. We've got $74.30 from Orabot. Here's to Ribombi, the cutest Pokemon ever, and also to unlocking the Cynthia fights.
Woo!
Woo! Let's go.
We've got $250 from Anonymous. No comment. Thank you so much. $10 from Jesse Aylen. Cynthia's theme is the biggest bop. Let's go.
So we haven't talked about it yet, but we should probably because it's coming up really quick. So Elisa is by far the worst gym leader in challenge mode. She's going to lead her Emolga, and in challenge mode, her Emolga gets a slightly altered moveset. In normal mode, it usually just clicks Pursuit and Quick Attack against you because it can't use its signature move Volt Switch at all. In challenge mode, it gets Aerial Ace, which deals a buttload of damage to us. So this is where our X Defend is going to come into play because we need to bulk ourselves up to be able to tank Aerial Ace a little bit better, because otherwise it does like over half with each one, and it's just not a good time. On top of that, after we take care of Emolga, Joltik is Elisa's like new Pokemon, and Joltik is really, really bad because it has Energy Ball, which does like 75% of our total HP, and we're never gonna have the opportunity to be full because Emolga is just always faster and we can't use our X speed here. So if I get paralyzed by Emolga on the turn that I take it out, I am absolutely screwed and have to basically die and revive and hope that I can set up in some way to win the fight again. It's just not a good time.
Woo! Woo!
With all the statics I've gotten already, surely it's not going to happen.
On Elisa,
That's 3.
Yeah.
The running counts.
Sure.
Yeah, we're at 3 so far, so we're already
over average.
We're already slightly
Here,
unlucky.
I got you.
You learned Slash there, right?
Yes, we learned Slash to slash that Elekid. In normal mode, we dig it, but
We need the PP for.
yeah, we need the
Dig to
PP
finish this fight.
for we need the PP for Joltik since the extra poke here. So because I got a
Definitely remember to
unfortunate
save.
static, I'm a little lower health than I would normally be. So I'm going to Super Potion up here. I'm going to Para Heal to get rid of that.
Yeah, there's like so little things you can do to make this fight better. There's a cherry berry you can get, but you have to go to the route west of this town and fight an optional trainer to get the cherry berry.
There's also one to the east too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's one in the Lostthorn Forest, which is to the west, and then there's one on Route 5 to the east.
Yeah. Everything's like super slow. Just don't get unlucky, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everything is a significant enough detour where your only option is just get lucky.
Yeah, and I will say, TTS only said like half the bad things about this fight, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's more that can happen, and we'll see.
Yeah, Emolga's not the only bad one.
Yeah, but it is this lead here. This gym leader, the way they tweet in Transmo, just like so built to destroy you trying to cheese this fight with like a ground type or something. Like
yeah.
Joltik with a grass move is disgusting. Yeah, super fast and super dangerous. So, like mentioned, going to start off with the X defend here to get some more favorable rolls. Again, crits just go through that, so hopefully that doesn't happen. And then we're going to start hone clawsing. Get the attack and accuracy boost. Has to heal now.
I wish I
Things
had
a
an
little too low,
Oranberry for
right?
this.
Yeah.
If I had an Oranberry, I could go just above Aerial Ace because I could bait Quick Attack on the heal turns, and that would be really nice. But I kind of just have to wait for the rolls to happen in my favor.
Between like 12 and 30 HP, you want to heal so that an Aerial Ace will bait out a quick attack. The AI in this game prefers priority moves, so if it sees a kill with a priority move every time, then it'll use that priority move. So using quick attack is pretty good because it's much weaker.
Yeah, so if it crits, you're like, oh, it's fine. I don't die.
Yeah, so he'll get quick attack guaranteed right here.
We'll see it right here. Gonna heal the full.
And hopefully he just, 1 doesn't get crit and then 2 doesn't get static, and that's it.
All right, that should be all the hone claws, right?
Clenched.
So, here we go.
Okay,
All right, let's go. All right, that's only half the battle.
that's half the battle.
The worst Pokemon is still coming too. Well, I guess the second worst.
So now we're able to kill this. We're not paralyzed. It's not going to energy ball us.
Totally fine. No fear whatsoever. Just gonna dig it. Okay, crit, dude, epic crit. Flappy coming out
Fluffy,
now.
another static.
No, that's basically the only issue with this thing is that it can cause static on the next Pokemon,
Yeah,
which you really don't want.
If you had gotten stacked by Emolga, then you would have to set up on Flaffy, which has takedown, and it would do like 35, which is like half your HP.
All right, here's Zebstrika, the nightmare Pokemon. This thing is strong.
Yeah, it's faster than you and it stomps so it can flinch you 30% of the time.
There's a clip of me where I take like 15 turns on this fight and then I die at the end to a crit because it just keeps flinching me every turn and I have to keep healing. So,
Yeah,
I got a
need
couple
one
of
turn,
those
one
too.
turn, one turn to go through. No.
all right, there's the flinch.
Oh,
So we
he's
had the
laid
heal
down.
here. This is the nightmare scenario.
At least we get to listen to the good gym theme.
All right.
There we go.
I love
We
flinch
have made it
game.
through.
30%, by the way.
Yeah,
Get used to 30%.
This game is affectionately referred to as the flinch game because there's so many opportunities where either you're trying to get a flinch or someone is trying to flinch you. So
right.
it's just a war of attrition in that regard. But we're 4 badges down. We're halfway there.
All right, we're almost done with the awful stuff. There's still the next fight's like fine. And then after that, there's one really bad fight. And
I
then,
hate that.
I think this
Cosmo
whole
Red.
this upcoming split is bad. It's just a gauntlet. I don't like it.
Yeah, this whole section between like the start of like fighting Berg and the end of like Clay's gym is just densely packed with just crap.
It's just like there's like 2 really bad fights, and then it's mostly just ways to lose time.
Yeah.
Beyond that.
Yeah, once we're past Clay, like it's a lot smoother sailing, but there's just a couple of like hairy fights here or there that are not likely to go terribly bad, but they can. So you still kind of have to be aware of those.
Is the Watchhog the first fight here?
Yeah, it's the second.
Oh,
grind.
yeah.
Second
There's a pushover trainer.
All right, so we can do a victory donation here.
Sure thing. In honor of that electric gym, we've got some love for electric type Pokemon. $59.50 from Kieran, donating for the littlest of little guys, Joltik.
Yeah.
We've also got $26 from Meowkey. Have we started the Pokemon number tradition yet? Either way, here's $26 from my best buddy, Raichu. Love you all, and here's doing Games Done Quick for Doctors Without Borders.
All right, so this Trubbish is a joke. We'll just use Dig and one-shot it, but the one that comes out on the next Plasma fight is actually really bad. The Watchhog, and hold with me here, has an absurd moveset.
It's so funny.
So it has Super Fang, which cuts your current HP in half. It has Hypnosis, which is 60% chance to put you to sleep. And its third move is Confuse Ray, which is guaranteed to confuse you. And then if you're confused, it's 50-50 to hit yourself in confusion. So there is just a smorgasbord of ways that you can get absolutely owned by that thing. The worst scenario is hitting yourself in confusion and dying, because then you have to send out like Pidove or Psyduck, and Drillbur absolutely needs the experience. So if we like have to do that like whole revive thing, we kind of have to wait for like Pidove to die or something. And the problem with that is because Super Fang only cuts your current HP in half, the only way for Pidove to faint is for it to hit itself in confusion, and then like half the time it could just be asleep. So you're just sitting there like waiting for it to wake up to hit itself to die, unless you're like 1 HP, then Super Fang will.
So we're gonna dig it, and the ideal fight is just to get Super Fang or Hypnosis Miss. Nope.
Yeah, whoever came up with this at Game Freak, kudos. This is hilarious.
This is.
I mean, it is funny because the Watchhog can't actually kill you on its own.
Yeah, it's so silly, but that was okay enough, totally fine.
Unless you're at 1 and Super Fang hits.
Yeah.
That's the only way it can kill you.
So that was more than acceptable for a Watchhog fight. The
Totally
dream is
fine.
always Super Fang as you come out of Dig, but if you're on cope pace, you can always Rock Slide it and go for the flinch and then use Dig to finish it off.
Yeah.
Because you get the 30%. But you also introduce the risk of missing because Rock Slide is 90% accurate. And unfortunately, Rock Slide is a move we're going to carry for the rest of the game because it's just really good, especially in double situations. But the problem with that is it's only 90 accurate, and every time we need to use it, it's usually really bad if we miss it.
All right, before we can get into the next really scary fight, we have a little bit of detour here. Bianca's going to give us Fly, which we're not going to be able to use for a bit, but we're also
Actually, you can use it right away.
Okay, well, we're not going to use it.
Well, we're not going to use it, but yeah, in Gen 5, you can use HMs as soon as you get them.
Yeah. But we're going to learn about hidden grottos, which is not really going to be relevant.
Not relevant for this category, but for normal mode, you can manip a hidden grotto to at the beginning of the game to contain a rare candy after Driftvale City, and that actually helps you, just early on and skipping using Drillbur in the Berg fight, so it actually becomes a lot more similar to the Challenge Mode fight where you just use Pig Knight.
It also skips the whole like running around and talking to the clowns thing, because the any percent does go run around and talk to all the clowns because it's worth it to get that candy.
Yeah, but not this category. It's just
in this category, it's just not worth it.
That went over your head. That's fine.
So goodbye to the Cinchino there. Gonna not touch it, and then we're gonna go fight Charles, which is the fight you were talking about earlier, right? So
Yes, it was. This is a fan favorite of so many runners, and it is also a very big run killer.
Yep. Yeah, I know. We just went through like 17 run killers, but this one's another one, so it's
Yeah, it's a big run killer, at least in any percent. He has a Arkin, Sigilif, and Tirtuga, and Arkin, not really that big of a deal. You usually one-shot it. The Sigilif is honestly one of the most scary things you can have because it could just confuse you and just hit you for so much.
And you can miss it too because you get the rock slide. And,
you can just crit you with Air Cutter. The Tirtuga doesn't seem to be always the smartest from what I've seen.
Yeah, well, this is a triple battle. We did just learn Rock Slide, which is a spread move, which is cool. The positioning here is very precise for a reason. It's so Tortuga can't just kill our Drillbur early on here. It does have that Aqua Jet move. We basically want to KO these two and then deal with. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we want to KO these two and then deal with the Tortuga after. Totally fine.
Nice. And ideally, Sigilif doesn't Psybeam confuse you.
Why did you say that?
Why didn't you say anything?
We were so close to being in the clear.
Why did you say that?
Psybeam's like 10% confused.
Yeah, so Tortuga can't attack here, just has to keep wide guarding because we're too far apart, basically.
Please hit through.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
We're
well,
still confused.
I'm still confused,
Yeah.
which is a
You
problem.
can snap out next turn.
I could. Keyword is could.
So we're gonna see the auto center here, which is always fun because it also messes up like your
So
Pokemon
now you're
placement
healing
in the party.
Slot 2, because it moved from slot 1 to slot 2.
I have killed so many runs to healing the wrong Pokemon.
Yeah.
'Cause it eats your
Yeah.
turn when you do that in this game.
Still scary.
So just gotta.
Oh, man, please.
Okay. Also, wide guard is
Please,
cool, but
one. Okay,
Yes!
finally.
Snapped out.
okay. Totally fine.
That was a unique Charles fight.
I was
for
not
sure.
worried.
That's a new one on the list
No,
of
absolutely not.
unique Charles fights I've ever had. So
Isn't this game so fun?
It's
always
wonderful.
new and unique situations.
I told you guys this was a challenging mode. What's our death counter at? Like 3 already?
We got 3, yeah.
3? Okay.
And
Well,
sure,
4
we-
plus the theater one too. So.
Wait, you have
Oh, that was it.
you
That
have
was a
to-
phenomenon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a
I just saw
phenomenon.
one. Yeah, on this bridge you can get little there's just little shadows. They can be. Well, I don't know what they can be on here. They can be like
They can be
ducklet,
ducklet.
right?
It's just ducklet.
Ducklet or item.
Item, right,
Yeah,
okay.
Feathers.
Oh yeah, the feathers.
You're lucky I caught that. We all would have missed that.
Feathers significant for the 6th round hangman.
So we're reviving everybody here. Why are we reviving everybody?
So it's for safety. We're also going to just need them in general for the next fight because we are going to have to do a manual swap at some point. So just taking care of them now helps us have safety for the next really bad fight. I know you're probably sick of hearing this is a really bad fight, but
Yeah, I mean that's the run.
yeah, this is kind of the run. So what's coming up next is Rude. Rude has Herdier that hits like a truck because of the level boost. We're kind of about the same level that we would be in normal mode actually. So we're kind of at a more unfair advantage in challenge mode here compared to normal mode. So we're just kind of dealing with trying not to get absolutely owned. The other problem too is that the Swoobat that Rude sends out next is the attract user that we have to deal with as a female Drillbur. So we could just get stun locked by Love because it's a 50-50 if you hit through Love. Attract is, I believe, 100% accurate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It also has Air Cutter, which is a high crit move. It has Imprison, which is nice because it basically does nothing. But the problem on top of all that is that Swoobat is a 10 and 16 range that we cannot improve because it has the ability Unaware, which ignores any stat changes. So even though we got hit with Intimidate, we're not going to bother to like use Home Claws to get rid of it.
And Unaware will be relevant
Great
later.
flinch.
Yeah.
That was a great flinch, by the way, because any damage from Herdier just makes a Swoobat that much sketchier.
So what you're saying is rude is rude.
That's right.
Rude is swoop.
I'm gonna be rude and jump in real quick to tell you that we passed $26,000 on that Fight Cynthia incentive.
Oh.
And like I said, I know it feels like a long run, but make sure to let's keep that momentum going. Let's hit that 40K for charity.
Yes, please
Absolutely.
help us out.
All right, so that was an interesting Swoobat, but I didn't get severely punished anyway, so we take those. And now we're finally in Excadrill, so things
Let's
will
go.
things will level out a
Here.
little bit, but not quite yet.
Yeah, we're Steel type along with Ground type now, which is very relevant because we're about to learn a Steel move. We're going to be getting Iron Head with the red shards we picked up in the Pokemon Center way back in Nimbasa. Iron Head, as Swift kind of mentioned, it's an 80 power move. You can also flinch. Very strong, very useful for a lot of things in the run.
It's also important to note that Steel type is one of the best defensive types in pretty much the entire series, but especially this game before it was nerfed literally the next gen after.
Yeah, because of
In the next game.
Dark.
Yeah.
Blessed. Yes.
Yeah. Because it started.
Just dark types, or
It lost its resistance
Dark
to
and
Dark
Ghost.
and Ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah. So it still resists 12 out of 17 types in this game, which is
It's
pretty
just,
good.
it's really
It
good.
does make fighting type moves scary, but there's not that many you have to deal with in the run. We can get a free Zero here, but we're going to say no because we don't need it. It doesn't do anything for us. And then we're going to go learn Iron Head, and then we're going to enter Clay's Gym, so we can do some donations now.
You got it. We've got a $925 donation from Mousehold Family of 3. Pokedex donation for $925 Mousehold. We've been watching for 10 years, and this is the first GDQ we get to share with our new baby. Thanks for a fantastic Pokemon run. Thank you for that fantastic donation.
I love Mousehold.
Good
Top 3
Pokemon.
favorite Pokemon.
Do you prefer the 3 or the 4 form?
I like the 4.
It's more balanced.
Yeah.
We have $282 from Ryan. Here's $282 for my favorite Pokemon, Gardevoir. Let's see that Cynthia fight. How much harder is the special boss in challenge mode?
It actually doesn't change too much. It does get a level
You're supposed to say it's really, really hard.
I'm sorry. It's very, very difficult. I'm very lucky to like survive it. It's
and you're only using Mud Slap on it too, so.
Yeah, and I only have Mud
Yeah,
Slap.
and Purloin.
Yeah, and Purloin
I don't know how Purloin's gonna
Mud
do that.
Mud Slap, it's slightly illegal, but it's fine.
It's actually assisting Mud Slap.
I'm pretty sure the strategy does not work because there's a Togekiss, right? So. Anyway.
We'll assist gravity as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Struggle.
If we're desperate, yes. All right, so we're getting to the Clay's gym here. Clay is another one that's kind of interesting. So as we mentioned a little bit earlier, I believe, the AI, if it can, will try to get the edge on you in regards to speed by either trying to drop your speed or raise its speed as much as it can until it's faster. So Clay's signature move is Bulldoze, so everyone on Clay's team is basically just going to spam it. And it's really bad for us because ground is super effective to us, and it's basically going to do over half for most of Clay's pokes, which is really bad. So the ideal plan here is to do a quick swap in and out of Excadrill against Clay's lead, which is a Krokorok, because it has Intimidate. So we'll do that to get our attack back, because using a Horn Claws is just not feasible, because we'll just take a Bulldoze and our speed will get dropped. So it's not ideal to do that. So we can one-shot at +0. So that's what it will do to take care of Krokorok. But then we'll be setting up on Onyx. That comes out next. So we're setting up on Onyx because Clay will send out a Sandslash next. And for Sandslash to be as simple as possible, we have to be at a +3 attack, which means we have to use 3 Hone Claws. If we don't, and we only get +2, it's a 9 and 16 range. And if we only get to +1, it's bad. Onyx has both Rock Polish and Bulldoze. So we're praying for Rock Polish because once it raises its speed, it will no longer consider Bulldoze to drop our speed. And then it'll default to using Rock Slide, which isn't a big deal because Rock Slide does like nothing to us, but because it's faster, we do have to deal with the flinch chance. I should have saved for this, it's fine. But on top of that, the problem is that Onyx is basically a ticking time bomb because its last move is Explosion. So it can basically just blow up at any moment. So we're trying to set up the +3 as quickly as possible before it blows up.
Yeah, that's basically the strategy, is just try to set up on the Onyx. Hopefully it explodes on the turn you're ready to like start attacking.
And no sooner.
Yeah, no sooner.
Yeah. You pretty much don't expect Explosion until like you hit it, because that's kind of how the air works. Like it doesn't explode at full HP.
All right, so we're gonna see that one shot with the Iron Head right now. Krokorok going down, no problem. Again, the Excadrill just gets such a big buff from evolving that you can just kind of one-shot things like this, and you have the really strong moves. And here comes the Onyx. Gonna set up on it and hope for the best.
Nice. Turn
Okay,
one.
that cuts out Bulldoze.
Yeah,
That's
that's
nice. Okay, 2, so we at least have the range.
Oh, let's go.
So that's actually perfect because
Yep.
we get the +3 now. If I got flinched that turn and then it blew up, we'd be going for the range here, and that's just awful. So that's actually like the perfect Clay fight right there.
Yeah, that's a great rare Explosion. That's like, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's very clap-worthy because that's huge luck on our side.
I feel like the only way that can get better is like you're at +2 and you're forced to go for the range on Sandslash, and then you actually get it.
Right,
But this is perfectly fine.
Was never worried. Didn't need a save.
Didn't even need to save.
Didn't even need to save.
You knew what was gonna happen before it happened.
Exactly.
Very nice, very nice. So, yeah, getting more levels here, getting really strong pretty fast, and then we're off to the Pokemon World Tournament.
Oh, that'll be so fun to read donations for.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
How about we get a couple victory ones on our way there now?
Sure thing, we just saw them. It's $28 from Armadillo64 for my favorite Pokemon, Sandslash, the OG Excadrill. Can you dig it? We also have $39 from Remy Jet, donating $39 for my favorite. I'm gonna try to do this.
I love it.
Banger.
And $25 from Lori D. Bunnykins. Somewhat late contribution of my $5 per unintended death from Celeste64. It was a blast being on the couch for that run. Best of luck TTS4life on repping the best Pokemon generation.
Thank you, thank you.
Ooh. Yeah, if you disagree on best Pokemon generation, please donate and let us know why your preferred one is
Disagree
better.
at GamesDoneQuick/donate.
Exactly.
If that's your hot takes.
Gen 4 heads, stand up. Now is your time. Everyone who's annoying about Heart Gold Soul Silver, please, we need you.
Yeah, Etchy hates it.
We need you, Tucker.
Man.
So going into Pokemon World Tournament, they even abbreviate it here. Isn't that fun? That's, yeah.
So this is a facility that really shines in the post game. We're kind of forced to go here as part of the story. This area used to be cold storage in Black White 1, but they like bulldozed it over and turned it into a PWT for like more tourism.
Capitalism, you know.
Yeah, right. Capitalism at its finest. So the whole gimmick
America.
here is that you enter into 8-person bracketed tournaments and you try to go to the top and win, obviously. We don't actually get any EXP while we're participating in this facility. We're doing a very specific cup known as the Driftveil Cup because that's the one that's required for us to beat the, or to continue the story. But later on, you do get access to fight all the gym leaders of the previous generations here as well as the champions. Once you've kind of cleared all the gym leaders enough times, there's a whole like process there. There's a run that's done it. It's like 10 hours long. It's very impressive to watch because there's a lot of decision making that goes into the battling. It's a very fun category if you're like super like nerdy into battling and stuff.
Yeah, it's just a cool piece of like post-game content too in particular, but mid-run it sucks. You're just not getting experience and doing all these fights. So we have made it past like the worst of the run generally in terms of like the reset points. A lot of the hardest fights are over.
Yeah, things
but
are gonna
it is
level
still very easy to lose time. Do not worry.
Yes. Yeah, there are a couple of fights yet that can still give us quite the headache, but PWT here, it's not too big of a deal. In normal mode, duo is a 13 and 16 range, but since we're doing challenge mode and the extra XP that we have, it does make this guaranteed, so that's not a big problem for us. The rest of the PWT is pretty simple, but there is one little gimmick here, and that's that abilities are actually randomized. So if Pokemon can have 2 different abilities, it'll actually be random which one it has. In my experience with running this category, one tends to be a little more preferable than the other. I'm not 100% on the RNG off the top of my head that like causes it or whatever, because it's a whole process you don't want to get into. But basically, the 2 abilities that are notable here is Charon's Stoutland. By the way, we're always going to fight the same 3 battles here. They just kind of fill in random NPCs.
The random NPCs are always going to lose. Very sad.
Right. So
sorry, Clarissa.
Yeah. We're always going to fight Rival, Charon, and Colress in that order. Charon, has Stoutland as the lead, and Stoutland can either have Intimidate or Sandrush, I believe, is the other ability that Stoutlands can have. So we're hoping for no Intimidate, because otherwise we'll have to use the Bone Claws to get back to the neutral attack. And then we have just a 1 in 8 range here, up from 1 in 16 in normal mode to one-shot it. So hopefully we get that. I always like good luck.
Yeah, I also like not losing time, you know?
Yeah, right.
How about some donations for some good luck?
I would love that. We've got $5 from Spoink, who says, Spoink!
Spoink.
Oh, would you look at that? No Intimidate. Perfect.
The donation, the spoink worked.
Yeah, right?
Thanks, Spoink. $19 from Yog KV. 19 for the local Sinnoh Dex number of the best electric cat, Luxray. At least they don't have static. Hi from the back couch. $10 from Nerd Mom Rars. Someone said favorite underappreciated Pokemon? I give you Toxel. He's just a baby having a tantrum. I love him.
My heart like sank for like half a second because I didn't realize Minccino can have Cute Charm, and I just watched it proc and I was like, oh god.
It's so weird how it can proc when it's dying.
Yeah.
It's just never relevant. Yeah, that is one of the lesser known ability quirks. There's one more in this next fight. Colress has a Magneton that can either have Magnapole, which is the one that we want, or Sturdy, which is, you know, you can't kill it in one hit. As of Gen 5, it acts like a Focus Sash. So
yeah, this is the gen where Sturdy is actually good now. Very unfortunate because there's a lot of Sturdy in this run.
Yeah, the problem as well is that Magneton has Mirror Shot, which has a small chance of dropping our accuracy, and it also has Supersonic, which may confuse us.
I really like in Pokemon speedruns where before every fight we just list everything that can go wrong. And of course, like it'll all happen. Yeah, we just expect it.
Yeah. This category is great.
Category's awesome.
I have died to this fight before.
Really?
Yes, I've died to Chorus. You have to restart the whole thing all
Yeah,
over again when you
yeah.
die.
Awesome.
Really, you're not like supposed
Sucks.
to like continue if you're confused. You're just supposed to sack.
And you can't save between these fights either. Which
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah.
The risk is just too strong if you're confused.
You can swap. You can risk for it. I've done both. It's
Yeah, it depends on pace.
yeah. It depends on pace
Hopefully,
and
you just get it.
vibes.
No.
Now we got the sturdy.
Oh,
Oh, the dodge
okay.
though.
Dodge
Sonic
for
is-
Sonic is great.
55% accurate, so you know,
Yeah.
Very
very,
nice.
very missable. So yeah, the rest are easy. It's just Iron Head this and Dig Clean.
Yeah. So I guess victory for PWT donation.
All right, so that's PWT done.
There is one important thing to note. So you get a battle point after you beat PWT. You get battle points in this game by beating PWT. In any percent, we actually buy a car boost with it. In challenge mode, you don't buy anything because apparently you don't need it, and I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just because you're getting more levels, so you outspeed the one thing that you need the car boost for, which is Drayden's Polygon.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get some cool stuff with BP in this area. Unfortunately, they're cheapskates, so you get one
Yeah.
for winning a tournament, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, like a lot of the competitive moves you can get here for
Yeah,
BP, and they're
yeah.
pretty stark amounts, so you can't really like justify getting any of them in like like a speedrun
Yeah,
context.
the one BP that you get can only get you one vitamin.
yeah.
I think
Something
I
you
owe
just
you
buy.
sorry, I owe you a victory donation, I
Yes.
think.
Yes.
Go for it.
$35.40 from Terrafecta, leaving a donation for Banette, my favorite creepy marionette. Ghost types need love too.
We can redo some more, honestly. They're in this part.
Yeah, you
Sure
go for a little bit.
thing. We've got $39.90 from Spec Mantle Made, donating for my favorite little guy, Bidoof. Please insert Bidoof noise here. I don't remember what Bidoof sounds like.
I heard someone do it in the crowd.
Yeah, something like that.
That's my best impression of what I heard from here.
The Bidoof noise is just Bidoof.
Bidoof.
Oh.
We also have $100 from Blue Magma. It's no Tentacruel, but I guess Excadrill is pretty cool too. Thanks for showing off a great run today, TTS, and everyone involved.
Thank you, Blue.
All right, we are surrounded here. What's going on?
Yeah, so we saw a Plasma Grunt kind of run around, and Hugh got really upset about it. I guess we never really explained like Hugh's lore. It's about as deep as like a slightly bent sheet of paper, but basically he had a purloin stolen from him as a kid, or at least his sister's purloin, I guess. And that flinch is actually kind of clutch.
Nice.
But so he's kind of on like a mission to get that purloin back. So anytime he sees like a plasma grunt, he basically just swells up into a fit of rage and wants to just like beeline it straight towards that plasma grunt and just like get as many answers as he can about it.
He's very anime, for sure.
Yeah.
He doesn't know this, but we actually stole the purloin for Cynthia so that it could use Mud Slap.
Exactly. I was trying to think of how to tie that in, but you beat me to it. Poor Trubbish.
Trumpet
Sorry.
time is over.
Trubbish time is
That was
over.
bad.
That grunt right before the fight is like, hey, it's Trubbish time. And every time I read it, I just think of Morbius and how it's like,
Yeah,
it's
me too.
Morbin time.
It's Trubbin time.
Yeah, it's Trubbish. It's Trubbin time.
So now we got some true double battles here.
Yes. So the general rule for the true doubles, because there's going to be a lot, especially in the latter half of the game here, Hugh is a horrible doubles partner. Everyone else is just fine. So the idea here is that I'm going to rock slide, hope I don't miss the Golbat range, or just don't miss it at all. And then Stoutland should clear up what's left on the field, assuming I get the range on Golbat.
Oh, didn't
that's
quite
too bad.
there.
Missing quite a few ranges. That's Stoutland, the
that's a good
coughing, and now this.
It's not a big deal. I'm
Yeah.
going to Iron Head
Just
Lifer
just
here.
time loss because you're not in danger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we can take care of both on the first turn, then me and Stoutland can still take care of both on the second turn. So we kind of save a turn by not having to wait for the Croc to come out separate here.
Yeah, and that's the general theme of a lot of these fights, especially the true double battles, where it's just like you can't really lose them, but you can lose time. So.
Yes.
Not too bad though. But yeah, we're gonna be on this. We're gonna get off this plasma frigate. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
It's called the
Frigate.
frigate.
Frigate pretty soon here, and then we'll come back to it later. I'll see. Yeah, he's talking about the Purloin and Aspertia. Is it Aspertia or
Aspertia, I say.
I call it Aspertia.
Okay.
I've heard Aspertia before, and I feel like that's
God.
wrong.
None of that.
So yeah, more poison types. Yay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna Ironhead the coughing. I'm gonna just pray that Duat does the right thing and water pulses the coughing. The coughing can blow up with self-destruct or just attack. I just would like to take as little damage as possible throughout these fights. Why would you click revenge?
Thank you,
Just
Duat.
hit so-
What
Awesome.
world would you click revenge?
2 poison types in front of me. Revenge. Yeah.
Yeah, like water pulse just objectively does more.
I think I won't mindlessly.
Wanted to
click
guarantee
revenge.
his range.
But if Duat got hit, would have done double damage. So think about that.
I think he did get hit.
He did.
It did double
It's
damage.
double
and it
damage.
still didn't
That
do
That is what.
anything.
That is the double damage.
all right, so that fight's pretty chill.
Nice little Aquaja on the way out. That doesn't
Yeah.
matter, but lose time.
That's still weird because a quirk about the AI is that it's never guaranteed to do something unless it's guaranteed to kill. So that applies to both Hugh and any fight that is dealing with me. If I am below what whatever move I'm scared of like does at minimum, then I am guaranteed to get that move. I can't like be like in a range to die and like know that that's going to happen. So it's always kind of an awkward situation balancing that in Gen 5 because the AI is unpredictable when it's not predictable, which is basically only when you're guaranteed to die.
You learned the best move of all time in that battle.
Yes, we learned Earthquake, which we're going to take heavy advantage of.
Yeah, incredibly strong ground type move, 100 base power, spread move on both sides of the field, so it also hits your allies if they're not flying type, of course. And yeah, we're going to be spamming it a lot for a lot of this run.
Yeah.
And we're going to be ironheading basically everything else.
And it's no contact, which is really
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, would have been nice earlier, but
Yeah.
still nice to have for now. And now we're done with this whole town with Driftville City.
We're going to do a
Move on now.
little bit of shopping.
Oh,
quick.
true,
And
shopping.
this will be our last shopping of the whole run, actually. We'll get just enough heals and repels to get through the rest of the run. And then we're going to get to, in my opinion, the most interesting part of the run movement-wise. It's like a whole long string of really like rewarding to pull off movement. So I'm going to shut up and focus on it, and these guys can kind of give you the lowdown of like all the different pieces of it here.
Yeah, so this is gonna show off one of the spinner setups that we have kind of manufactured. So as long as he gets a pause on the second tile here, okay. Yeah, that was a safe check, but unfortunately, the spinner looked in the direction of him. Spinners are kind of like a one in. Well, that spinners can spin 4 different ways, so it's a 1 in 16 to look at him, and it kind of decreases with the amount of directions that a spinner can actually look. So, like if it can look 3 ways, then it's a 1 in 12. If it's 2 different ways, then it's a 1 in 8.
I can't look at that door entrance cutscene without thinking of the clip that Minnow has where it's just infinitely zooming in on the door.
Oh,
It's so funny.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
It's so
it's so weird. Did it even go back to the game, or did it just like?
You had to turn it off.
It was soft lock. Yeah, it
Oh,
was soft
weird.
lock.
It was a
Oh,
soft
that's
one.
a weird.
It was really funny.
So another quick little fight here. Again, we're just going to one-shot it. No problem.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back to the cool movement stuff.
Yeah, so this right here is actually not even like a setup. It's just like a run to bike. It's just a thing that we can do because we know that the spinner is loaded in already. And running in that direction of the spinner makes it turn right. And then you have a few frames of leeway where you can get on the bike and then just blow past you. So as long as you execute it, it's 100%.
Yeah, and something to point out too is like a lot of the spinner setup stuff and like just things we've figured out are relatively recent like discoveries.
Yeah,
from
I think it's
people.
like up until like 2020.
Yeah.
There was no spinner tech in like Gen 4 or 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back then people just ran it.
I
Just
think
hope for the
Minnow.
best.
I think Minnow was the one who broke ground on.
Yeah, for sure.
On making like spinner mechanic, like using the spinner mechanics to get down like spinners.
Yeah, and can you imagine running this like 6 years ago and on top of all the variants of like Alessa and stuff, you also have the variants of, oh, well, I'm just going to hit half the spinners in this
Yeah,
run.
Yeah, it's really fun, just like all the RNG manip shenanigans as well back then too.
True. Well, the RNG minute has also come a long way since then. Like we have Dust Cloud stuff now, and which we'll actually go over later.
Well, it's more like the consistency of the timer zero, but
That too, yeah.
I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole other technical explanation, but it is just really complicated. It used to be awful to just RPG Minute 4 back in like 6 years ago.
Yeah. So again, right there, another spinner setup. He got it, and then he did another run to bike.
Yep. So more movement there, trying to make sure not to hit that standing trainer.
Yeah. So this room, as long as he
Oh.
doesn't.
Phenomenon.
Oh yeah. As long as he doesn't. Oh, okay.
All good. All
I'm
good.
pretty sure he bonked one time, which is enough time to lose so that that scientist isn't looking up.
And we're out of Chargestone Cave. Yay.
Yep. So perfect movement right
Only
there.
a little
Very
scary.
good.
I'm impressed how few phenomenon we've gotten. I expected to get absolutely swamped
Yeah.
with them,
It's been very few.
especially with my money's on the line.
Just wait for a giant chasm.
Yeah.
Very true. You always get them in there.
Oh, yeah.
so.
Any
So-
cave is always a nightmare to go through because of the odds of clouds basically just being everywhere.
Gonna talk to Professor Juniper here, who's gonna give us a Master Ball, which is cool, but we also get something way better from her in just a little bit. We're gonna get the Lucky Egg, which is a very broken item that they just love throwing at you in Gen 5. And some other gens too, they also throw it at you, but Gen 5, they just are like, here's a free Lucky Egg. Have fun. And Lucky Egg just boosts your EXP gain by 50%. So we're gonna equip that immediately and just start skyrocketing in level.
Yep. But before that, more little movement that'll test you. Honestly,
this whole phenomenons.
This whole split is just like it's testing your movement. Is that one? Does anybody hear one?
I didn't hear one.
Okay.
I haven't
I
had
should
one.
stop.
Now we're
I
like
hear one.
hallucinating.
Kind of schizoing.
So entering the what is this place called again?
Celestial Tower.
Celestial Tower. Yeah. So yeah, Juniper just somehow beat us here, and we're gonna get the Lucky Egg from her, and then with that Lucky Egg, gonna equip it on pretty much immediately, and then we're gonna go back and fight Skyla, another gym leader.
Yeah, dude, X and Y can never do it this easy, giving you a lucky hug like that.
Oh, true. That is the other game that does. What game do you get it the earliest in?
Good
Is it Black and White 1?
I don't even remember where you get in Black and White 1.
It's at the beginning of Chargestone Cave.
Oh, yeah, I guess that would be
I
the
think it
earliest place
is.
to get it, unless
I
you
don't
like.
remember when it is in XY.
It's
It's like 2 hours in, right?
it's after the 4th gym.
Oh, I don't know when that is time-wise.
You
ran it. You
I
should
ran
know.
it, but I don't remember right now. I think it's like about the same time, maybe earlier.
Okay.
But the thing is, you have to get like really like not unlucky
Sure.
to get it. That's why I said it. You know, it's
Yeah, and I don't think any of the earlier gens used to just give it to you. I think you just had to
kind of
steal it
random.
from a Chansey.
I was looking for Phenomenon there.
Oh.
So going
yeah.
on.
In DPPT, you literally use Thief on a minute Chansey that has a lucky egg.
Yep.
Yeah, that
That is
bit
the
is
early-
so
that is-
cool.
Oh, that doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not the game giving it to you.
No.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that guy just slammed into us. Hopefully we don't slam into anybody in this gym.
Yeah.
This puzzle is kind of annoying.
Yeah,
you
this
can
is
mess
even-
it up pretty easily.
Even more difficult movement. Let's see what TTS does here. Okay, he's going for this frame perfect movement bit. It's actually pretty easy because movement is just like you buffer it and then it's just going to be expected to work. But yeah, if he had wasted a frame more after going for that blue like protected bank from these wind tunnels, then he'd like be blown back and then slam into the trainer, and then they'll fight you. So yeah, you really don't want to mess up here.
Yeah, this gym's really
But
safe.
yeah, he does it.
so-
Does it perfectly.
This one's
That
the
is
most
really hard, by the way. I can't do that, so that is worth clapping for.
All right, and safety save, because we're going to use our X speed here, and if we die and don't have the X speed, that's a big problem.
Yeah, this gym fight's annoying, especially because the Unaware Swoobat is the first Pokemon here. Again, Unaware, if you missed the explanation earlier, basically just means it ignores any stat changes on you, so we can't even like try to buff our way through it. It will just ignore it. The other Pokemon won't ignore us though, but the Swoobat will, so it's kind of annoying to deal with.
It's once again a Swoobat just like ignoring the home claws and then being a range and being able to miss. It's just kind
I have max HP, don't I? I can go for the high HP strat, can I?
Yeah, there's two different strats here where you can home claw once or you can home claw twice. Home clawing once makes Sigilith a range, which is the extra poke that you get in challenge mode. So let's see what happens here.
Seems fine. Oh, not fine, not fine.
Classic. I
That's
also should have
unaware.
first. I was just excited to click won't close.
Yeah, so we're going for the +1. This is going to be a range.
Yeah, you want to X-speed first in case it doesn't early crit and you have to change your strategy.
Oh yeah, and for reference, if you're wondering why that missed after 3 home claws with the +3 accuracy,
going to heal.
Swoobat has unaware. Unaware ignores all stat boosts.
Yeah, so-
It is,
It stinks.
yeah, it stinks. It really does.
It also ignores the accuracy boost as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how you miss.
Anything. So, Ironhead, knock it out onto the Swanna.
Yeah, Swan is why you need the X speed. Swan is faster than you. If you give it a turn, it'll like
Click surf and kill you.
it'll bubble beam or yeah, surf.
Get surf and challenge
Is it
mode,
surf?
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it loses like what, feather dance from normal mode or something.
Something. I don't remember. It's
Yeah,
exactly
feather dance is
what it
bad. Whatever it has in here is bad. This is also a range.
I went
No,
to +2, so
oh,
it's
yeah,
guaranteed
okay,
if I
yeah,
hit.
Never mind. Never mind.
It's a 75 if I didn't go to +2 though.
Yes.
And then the last Pokemon, Skarmory, which you don't have a super effective move against, so you're just going to Rock Slide it and hope for the best. You
Yeah,
can't expect it,
Ironhead plus
obviously.
Rock Slide with this +2 strat.
You're getting so many flinches
I
with
know.
it.
The flinches are actually pretty nice because
30%, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
it's actually really good because Skarmory has agility to boost its speed to become faster than you, and then it'll start spamming Steel Wing, which has a very small chance of raising defense. And if it does raise defense, you kind of have a problem.
Yeah.
That's a 10%, I think.
Yeah, I think
Stealing?
it's 10 for Steel
I
Wing.
think still it's 20. I'm not sure. It's 10 or 20.
Donate now to tell us.
Yes. No.
Please. We need knowledge.
Yes.
Knowledge in the form of money.
we may be really good speedrunners of this game, but as far as our logic goes, it's about as deep as the speedrun goes.
Yeah, so I guess it's victory donations time.
That's right.
You got it. We've got a $1,000 donation from Kaylee,
Whoa.
Oh,
who says, drill go burr.
For real.
True.
Doctors go no borders. We also have $15 from Bearfish, a Pokemon speedrun. That's what I call a rapid dash.
I love that.
Oh, that's a Pokemon.
It is a Pokemon. Also $25 from Rappleart. Which Pokemon could also be a pirate? Arceus.
We're just hopping on a plane here and seeing a cutscene, so we can do more, for sure.
Sure thing. We are still seeing more of these Pokemon puns. We have $13.60 from Myrapid. Pokedex getting fired up for best evolution Flareon. Hype? Hype?
Flareon's okay.
Wow, no hype for Flareon.
What is your favorite evolution?
Jolteon.
Jolteon.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a Flareon girl myself,
Flareon
so I get
clears.
it.
Oh, okay.
Espeon clears.
what is mine? I gotta think about this for a second.
Also, while TTS is thinking about this, if you've noticed, we're in a completely different area from what's in Black and White 1. So the progression, if you haven't noticed, I thought it was pretty obvious, but if you haven't, progression in Black and White 2 is different from Black and White 1. The first few gyms are, the middle gyms are the same, but then it gets a little bit different.
Gym to 4 to 6 is the same order.
Yeah, but then some of the other gyms get swapped around. which is
I
kinda-
don't know where that cloud was. I just heard it and panicked.
Shaking grass.
Oh,
Really
okay.
at it.
Or shaking grass, yeah, same.
I didn't hear it. But
Hopefully-
I
hopefully
trust
no
you.
cloud
I
here.
heard it.
Hopefully no
I couldn't
cloud
see
here.
where because
We're
I
gonna
looked.
see 6 clouds here.
I immediately looked down at my DS to see it, and
Hopefully it's
the
just
reflection.
Hopefully it's just one out of the way, and then we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the way.
Yeah.
I'm just watching so carefully now. So funny movement there just to make sure that you don't hit this trainer.
Yeah, it's 9 frames that you need to waste, so that's 2 walk tiles plus anything else. So a bonk, instant bonk is fine.
Just
This is
watching this.
fine. Yep. Just get
Yep.
good.
There's no dust clouds. Where they're at?
This is Anxiety Mountain.
Okay.
All right, so we got into the double battle.
Yeah. So all these potential spots for dust clouds, it kind of makes you have to focus up so that you can maybe react to a dust cloud in your way.
Yeah, and as we kind of mentioned earlier, this is actually one of the areas that makes White 2 faster than Black 2. Even though we kind of have to make a big swooping U shape to get around here. In Black 2, it's a straight V line across the top because the actual what paths are open and closed to are a little different between the two versions. And also in Black 2, the mountain here is blue Get like a blue hue because it's like dormant, and then in white 2 it's like red because it's like active or whatever. But the big point that I'm trying to get at is that in black 2, when you're taking that path across the top, they actually plant another double there that you have to fight in order to get through the mountain. So that just makes white 2 by default faster because it's easier to make that longer route through here. But I only have to fight 1 double. So
If it's active, why are they letting people go through it?
for the adventure.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem
For the
very safe.
challenge.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're like 10 years old, and we were allowed to do just about anything we want. Are you concerned that like they're not going to let people go into an active volcano?
Yeah, I'm worried that they might catch on fire.
I mean, we have an Excadrill that can cause earthquakes. It's whatever.
Excadrill could also catch on fire.
This is true. This is
true.
So yeah, we just take advantage of earthquake destroying there. Pretty useful.
So that's a true double because, or at least I should say it's like more of like a following double is what I like to call it because Bianca is like partnered up with us. And that means we got a free heal after that fight, just like we got a free heal from Hugh in the sewers earlier because he was following us. So it was like a following double scenario here. But now we're kind of coming up on the absolutely worst rival fight.
Yeah.
I hate this rival fight.
So bad.
So the problem here is that on Pheasant has the move Taunt, which stops us from setting up. And we want to get to +2 attack for one-shotting Samurott. Otherwise, we kind of have to deal with Aqua Jet range shenanigans that are kind of sketchy to work with.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of praying for a Detect turn 1 and not Taunt.
Yeah, one of the worst feelings is getting through all the garbage of early game and then losing your run to this fight. Like, it just feels so bad.
That's Taunt.
Taunt, yeah. It's
Attack didn't go first.
So I'm going to be
And now it
chipping
doesn't
with Rock Slide then, praying for a flinch, but it's more likely going to pick Aqua Jet, so it'll just be faster because of priority. Also, if it picks Revenge and I don't flinch it, I just take a crap ton of damage too. But the plan here is to just take a really low Aqua Jet roll into...
That's good.
Yeah, that's
Pretty good, yeah.
So another Aqua Jet does not kill me unless it's a crit.
Don't say that.
Okay.
So TTS, you actually
fine.
got like the minimum that isn't the min roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got like
You got
the
72.
2 out of 16
72.
smallest roll.
Yes.
The second smallest roll. That's
Which is
extra
perfect.
sick.
Yeah.
And we get a really strong move now. We say goodbye to Hone Claws and get Swords Dance, which is just what if Hone Claws was good. So now we get 2 attack boosts instead of 1. So basically, every time, the first time we use it, we're just doubling our attack straight up.
Yeah.
We do, however, lose out on the accuracy boost that Hone Claws gave us. So Rock Slide misses, yay. But
Yeah.
Swords Dance, the attack boost is just so worth it.
Yeah, it makes it so that you really just don't need X items at all.
Yeah. Yeah, and Excadrill is going to be fast enough for most things anyway, generally. So we're just going to chill out and just spam Swords Dance and Earthquake and win most fights that way.
Yeah, the combination of Swords Dance, good moves, and like good speed just makes Excadrill like so good. You don't have to worry about like buying X items at all. There's no other Pokemon in the game, I'm pretty sure, that can like just not get X items, so they have to take it like shop at Shopping Mall 9. So Excadrill just like is just so much better than everything else.
There's another one.
Getting the max ether here to restore our PP later.
You'd much prefer the water one instead of a grass one.
Yes, grass ones are always scary because it's really hard to see where they are.
Especially when you're biking at like
Yeah,
warp
you
speed.
just can't see
Yeah.
it. If it's in your way, then unlucky.
Yeah, basically. The bike in this game is so fast because it doesn't have any acceleration or deceleration curves. You have 2 states. You either stop or go.
Yeah, it's a little kind of an insane bike. It's
Yeah.
It is an extremely fast bike.
like just the top speed of any bike in Pokemon series without the drawbacks. Of,
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard to effectively use it. Because, like,
I've struggled so much
Yeah.
with those one-tile entries.
yeah, because at least, like, the mock bike, like, it has a little bit of wind up. You can prepare yourself for what's about to happen, but this is just, like, zoom, zoom, zoom.
Yeah. Another thing, just to update everybody on the lore here. So we're kind of following Professor Juniper around because she's trying to figure out stuff about Legendary Dragon and I think some Team Plasma stuff at the same time. But she's really more obsessed about the Legendary Dragon stuff. However, it is optimal to just act completely clueless against Juniper and have no idea what she's talking about. It's kind of funny because in a lot of times in the speedrun in particular is that you are actively sabotaging the good guys and agreeing with the bad guys in order to move around as quickly
Pretty
as
much,
possible.
yeah. Yeah, generally, your dialogue is always just, like, just saying yes to everybody. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
who cares? It's
But then a few
faster.
times you're like a Team Plasma apologist. So.
Speaking of Team Plasma, we're gonna fight some people here pretty soon. Once this heal is done.
Yeah, I gotta heal up here because this is a little too sketchy of a health to try to take care of things until my next menu. It basically just comes down to how well that rival fight goes, whether or not I need to do a quick heal here.
Here Hugh says, have you seen Team Plasma? And then they immediately show up, which is
Yeah.
awesome. What is this guy's role again in Team Plasma?
Zinzalin, he's
that's
kind of like the
Zinzalin.
man under the boss.
Okay.
Yeah. He's kind of assumed to be the head of Team Plasma now that they have disbanded after like the plot of BW1. All the sages have basically retired except for Zinzalin. For some reason, he's willing to stick around for round 2 Electric Boogaloo. So
Sure.
the plan here is just a rock slide. Cryogonal has like laughably low defense, so it'll always die to rock slide. And then we're just kind of hoping that Samurott is in any way helpful whatsoever.
It often just goes for Encore, which is absolutely useless. But Aquatail?
There it is. Let's go.
I don't think it has Aqua Tail yet, but it will go for
Jet. It'll go for Jet.
Yeah, it'll Aqua Jet here now because it'll actually see the kill on goal
Right,
before
yeah.
it wasn't a kill.
I mean, otherwise this fight's pretty easy if we have any donations.
We absolutely do. We have $25 from Swift Red Vox. Says, good luck, TTS. Loving the amazing runs this year. You're all making such a difference. We're so close to $750,000. And it's true, we are right on that cusp. We are also almost at 30,000 out of that 40,000 to fight Cynthia.
Oh,
we're getting there.
We're getting there.
We need help. We only have like a little over an hour before the
Hour
end
and
of
a
this run.
half-ish,
Yeah,
I'd
so
say.
like the sooner we hit it, the sooner TTS can start preparing for the mud slap strategy.
Mentally.
So the sooner we get there, the better.
Funny you say that. We've got $100 from Crane, who says, hoping for that 1 mil. I want to see that mud slap fight.
Yeah,
Let's
so
do some more, I think.
Great. We have $75 from Moustique, who says, I want to say hi from France. I've been following all GDQ events since 2017, and I'm finally able to do a donation. I'm finishing my studies in 2 weeks, and I want to say a big thanks to all the crew behind GDQ, from runners to volunteers. I'm so happy to give a bit of my first wages to this wonderful event. Love for all of you, love for Pokemon, and above all, trans rights. Woo!
That guy there at Village Bridge that was kind of hanging out by the fences near the Carbo. Sometimes he can just be clipped into the fence for some
There's
reason.
another one.
I was so hoping that he was, but he just wasn't.
I was hoping it was too for the content, but unfortunately.
Legendary Pokemon, you gotta catch it. You have a Master Ball. Okay.
Sorry.
Bye.
I got things. I'm busy.
So yeah, we just don't need it. Excadrill is so broken. I cannot stress how good Excadrill is, and you're gonna see it even more in this end game now that we're gonna be overleveled pretty soon. Excadrill just, man, such a good Pokemon. Though there is still some problems in this next gym, and we'll talk about it when we get there. But
Yeah, it's kind of funny that in Black White 1 they kind of keep the Swords of Justice. This is what they're called, kind of like post game, I think. But in Black White 2 they just shovel them at you. We literally see all 3 of them. We've seen Kabalion already, but he was on screen for like 3 seconds at most, so you probably missed him. But yeah, we're gonna see Terrakion at some point too, because this game just really wants us to befriend them throughout our journey or whatever.
and Gen 5 is like peak unsafe gyms. Like, I wouldn't go on this if I was a gym trainer. I would
isn't
probably
much of a
fall off.
violation.
Yeah. like-
Can't be any worse than Black and White 1's Mr. Alton gym.
This is true. Well, Skylab is a dangerous gym in this game and the last game, which is hilarious.
Yeah, OHA would like to have a word with a couple of these gym layouts, but anywho, this fracture is most likely going to D-dance turn 1, and if it does, it becomes a speed tie. I would like to not lose the speed tie if possible.
The worst fight.
Woo!
Unfortunate, but fine. I'm going to have to do a menu coming up anyway, so it's not the end of the world. It's just time saved to win the speed tie, obviously.
Yeah, as per usual, very non-dangerous fights generally, but just lots of ways to lose time. And now you get to pick which direction you're going in. Why are you picking the direction you're going in?
So this gym is kind of laid out similar to Norman's gym in Gen 3, but not nearly as complex. So the two options that we're given here is offense versus defense. We're going to pick offense because it's a little better to like one-shot them. We are going to be faster than this fracture no matter what. So even though we're going to set up a swords dance to be able to one-shot these, it's not like going to punish us in any way because we're still faster and it's not going to click a move to attack us.
The defense ones suck, I promise. I think they have like protect or something.
swagger?
Yeah, they do. They suck. I have routed stuff, and then I have to go fight the defense one because this one just hurts and kills everything.
Jeez.
So the option here was offense, defense. We picked attack. On the top,
That's the big one.
yeah. The next one up is actually going to be triple battle versus rotation battle. We're going to pick triple battle because rotation, as we've kind of mentioned before, is significantly slower to handle. So we're just going to deal with the triple one. The triple one kind of sucks though because he's going to have an Axew, a Fracture, and a Druddigan. And the Druddigan's going to be in the middle mirroring Excadrill. So I'm going to be doing some menuing here to actually put Excadrill in the second slot of my party because that translates to the middle of a triple battle. I'm also going to Candy and Carbos here because now is the most opportune time to do all that stuff. So then the plan will be to set up Swords Dance with Excadrill turn 1 and watch Axew and Fracture take out both Pidove and Psyduck. Hopefully, sometimes they can get a little wonky and double target Excadrill for some reason and throw a whole wrench in the plan. But in turns quick, we'll take out literally everything on the field after Swords Dance. So that's the dream here, is that at the very least, Pidove takes damage and dies because I can't EQ to kill Pidove because it's flying type.
So yeah, we're just gonna earthquake the world here.
Yeah.
How about a couple donations while I rock the world?
You got it. I hope I'm not stepping on Kizran's toes here, but we have $12.40 from Jinx, who just says,
That was good.
we've got $25 from Squirtle, who says, Wartortle. That one's a thinker. I like that one.
All right, good.
Druddigan's gonna revenge. That's
Yep,
worse.
normal. Oh, okay.
But
That's the worst, just because I'm a little lower health, but it's not low enough for me to be concerned.
yeah. Luckily, in challenge mode, you are stronger than you are in normal mode, so the Druddigan is not a range.
Yeah, it's a 75% in normal mode, which actually makes it a very punishing like range to miss.
Yeah, if you miss it,
Kill
you
your
just
bot.
die.
Yeah, because
Like,
you'll usually pick revenge, and revenge is enough to just completely annihilate you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not all the time, I guess, because it doesn't see that revenge is going to be 120 base power. It could go for like just a crunch.
Right.
The possibility
you
is there.
can get lucky, but it's not something you ever want to bank on having to deal with.
Yeah. But your HP is, it's fine now. Yeah.
And now it's Drayden time, which is honestly less scary than some of the gym trainers.
Wait, you forgot to save.
Oh, no. Oh, shoot.
Darn.
Yeah, dragon type Pokemon are really powerful, so this is gonna be pretty scary.
Yeah, they're only weak to like 2 types. It's itself and ice types. I
And
think.
Haxorus has like 1 billion attack and speed.
Yeah.
Actually kind of over already. So we might need to just prepare the next run, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, might need some donations for luck.
I would love to give you a donation for luck. We have got $440 from Azalot, who says, hop, hop, happy.
Oh,
We also have $376 from L for my favorite Pokemon, Metagross, the smartest metal spider dog? Spider dog.
Cat.
Is Hax actually faster?
No.
Okay.
We also have $31.70 from Poisonous Puns. Hey TTS, use Swalot to try playing this even faster. That's $31.70 for the best Toxic Lump, $3.71 Swalot.
Swalot's underrated for sure. Big fan.
Definitely.
Very huggable Pokemon. Oh, here's Haxorus. Breaks the mold.
Oh,
Okay.
Funny enough, in both normal mode and challenge mode, this is by far the easiest gym leader. You just set up Swords Dance and sweep with Iron Head. It's a super free fight. The only concern is just making sure that you actually like pick up the necessary Carbos that you need to boost your speed to outspeed the Flygon. Otherwise, it has Earth power and it'll just kind of wreck your day.
Yeah, it doesn't actually have an answer for Excadrill. It's just we're faster, so we're fine.
Yeah, right.
Folks, we just passed $750,000 for Doctors Without Borders. Let's go.
All right, 250,000 to go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
we
see
got
that
an
Mudslap
hour.
fight.
Let's do it.
What do we have for Cynthia?
We are at $30,885
Oh, we're so close.
and 33 cents, which means that in the next hour or so, we've got $9,090 to go. I know that sounds like a lot, but there's a lot of you out there, and every little bit helps.
Oh, we'll get there, no problem.
Yeah, if people start donating a $5 train, you know,
Yeah.
might reach it.
$5 for Gen 5?
Yeah?
Oh, I love that. Let's see it, folks.
Where are my Gen 22 fans at?
Where's my Gen 1924?
My Petrarut fans in the chat.
Where's my Gen 10,000 fans?
So yeah, this is just cutscenes now.
Yeah, so
What's happening?
We're gonna get a huge lore dump here. Professor Juniper's research has led her to Drayden, who kind of knows the gist of Kiram. So even though this game has like Reshiram and Zekrom, this game is actually more focused around Kiram, which is a very like powerful ice type Pokemon that can do a lot of damage with like freezing things over and stuff. Surely it's not going to cause anything in the next 5 minutes.
Nah, nothing will happen.
We're basically being taught about how Kiram is like a former shell of what it was, and there's a particular item called the DNA splicers that can help restore it to full under the right conditions. So right conveniently as all this is explained to us.
Terrorism.
Whoa, it's like Final Fantasy.
Oh.
Very true.
Can't believe that got in.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen here. It's just flying over. Just like a blimp in the sky. No big deal. Beautiful sunny day.
Music's great.
Beautiful
Like, it's not
sunset,
missing
honestly.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the power of these fully 3D cutscenes in the Nintendo DS.
Oh yeah.
This game released very late into the DS's lifespan, so this is like the peak of the graphical power we're witnessing here.
What's it
2012
doing?
release and 2004 for the console itself.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
How does this work?
Doing?
How does it not melt immediately?
Winter
super
in
strong.
July. It's finally real.
More crystal than ice, I guess. But there's also snow or ice. So
It's definitely ice now.
yeah. Huh.
Yeah, so Team Plasma is now aware of and after the DNA splicers because we conveniently just learned about them. So now they have to have conveniently just learned about them. So they're going to do anything that they can to get a hold of them. They know that Drayden actually has them. So they are basically going to hold the city hostage by layering it in ice and, demanding that they hand over the DNA splicers to Team Plasma so that they can continue about their nice stuff. Because in this game, they kind of got rid of the charade of freeing Pokemon to like liberate them and get rid of the Pokeball and all that kind of stuff. They're just straight up like, we want control of the world.
Now it's everyone's favorite part of Pokemon, ice puzzles.
Yeah,
Yep.
so this city and actually the two routes, east and west, actually turned into a little bit of slide puzzles. You won't see the slide puzzles on the routes, but this whole city kind of comes into a whole ice puzzle thing that we have to slide around. For us to progress in the story, we have to fight 3 Plasma Grunts, and then Zinzolin will appear in front of the gym, and then once we kick his butt and then do one more thing with the Shadow Triads, then we can go off towards the 8th gym. So we got a little bit of time for donations here if you'd like to read a couple.
I would love to. We have $206 from Dan, who says, if Dunsparce has 1 million fans, I am one of them. If Dunsparce has 10 fans, I am one of them. If Dunsparce only has 1 fan, that is me. If Dunsparce has no fans, that means I am no more on the earth. If the world is against the Dunsparce, I am against the world.
Fun fact, I actually did a run of Dunsparce alt main in white too.
Why?
Because fun.
Felt like it. It looked okay. It wasn't really that good, as expected.
Wow, I'm so surprised.
We also have $100 from Caront, who says, I'm donating $100 to fight Cynthia because I innocently fought her on my white playthrough, having no idea who she was. It was my first completed Pokemon game at the ripe old age of 34, no less. She let me think I was beating her first Pokemon, then healed up and crushed me into dust. Avenge me, TTS! Avenge me!
I'll do my best.
Rip.
Level me with real quick. How much does Weavile Ice Shard do?
You have to heal before this next trainer anyway. I was going to tell you
Okay.
that. So you might as well
Okay.
swap 2 right here.
Yeah. All right.
We have $28 from Mad Riddler. Here's a Pokemon hot take. The starter Pokemon shouldn't be Fire, Grass, Water. Why not something new like fighting Psychic Dark? Thoughts?
Yeah?
That would be interesting.
Yeah, what starter types do you want to see?
I think one of the triangles you can do is Flying Rock fighting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What if we did like extra drill, extra drill, extra drill?
Speed ties galore.
Dude, yes.
And I know we saw them just a minute ago. $6.15 from Gadrach, who says, I heard we were discussing overlooked Pokemon. $6.15 for the cute little Cryogonal. Did you know it used to be able to learn Attract, but it would always fail? Let's give Cryogonal some love.
I know, it's a mouthful.
Yeah, halfway through, I forgot how to say it.
That's how underappreciated it is.
It's true.
Ugh, I'm part of the problem.
All right, we're almost done. 2 more fights?
Yeah, 2 more fights.
Again, we're gonna fight Zinzalin again. Has Cryogonals, we're just gonna destroy them.
Oh, what about
I feel bad now. No.
Oh.
You should let him win.
But I gotta go fast.
We need the speed run.
We do have to speed run. We do have to keep the marathon moving.
I'm so sorry
Sorry.
to the poor donor.
Cryogonal, no. It does have kind of a cute face when you look at it with the.
What?
Has like the
No, I see it.
It's like a electronic.
another one.
Yeah, you see like the eyes where it's like blinking and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a robot face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's always frowning, which is so sad. We do more dish.
Time for okay, great.
Anyways.
$50 from Flying Penguins. My 2-year-old daughter demanded to wear my Pikachu socks today, so here's $50 for 2 Pikachus. $58 from Balam Soldier, adding to the annual Pokedex entry for the sweetest of boys, Growlithe. He's just a cute little guy,
Big
less than
Growlithe
3.
fan. Big fan.
Love
big fan.
Growlithe. We've got $25.40 from Meteor Bauer for my favorite Pokemon, number 254, Sceptile. Good luck on the run, and trans rights.
Hell yeah, that is a great choice too for a Pokemon. Very underrated Hoenn starter IMO. Oh, what are these guys?
Yeah, so Drayden went into the gym to get the DNA splicers in his infinite wisdom while people are actively looking for him.
And just let him take it, yeah.
Yeah, he just shows up so quickly after he leaves. It's like he had it like right at the front door, and like in case of emergency, break glass, and they're just like right there. So the Shadow Triad are like just like insanely agile ninjas that just fly around and stuff. So they immediately swipe it from Drayden's hands as soon as he gives them to us. So now we're kind of on a chase to try to get them back. Spoiler alert, we don't. But
We fail, yay.
yeah, so that makes it a little awkward that now we have given Team Plasma exactly what they're looking for in order to try to cause world domination. So
Yeah, surely we won't have to try to stop them soon, so.
surely.
Oh wait, we just finished the 7th gym leader in a Pokemon game? Oh, we're gonna that's exactly what we're gonna do right now.
Yeah.
Well, I know we just fought an Absol. I've heard some people say that it sounds like ooh.
Ooh, like the cry?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening, dang it.
Well, now
can
you'll
hear
get
it.
another chance.
You will get another chance.
Perfect.
Let us know what you think in your donations.
Yes.
Speaking of which, can I drop one donation in real quick?
Yes.
We have $1,490 from Blue Jay. Donating for my favorite Pokemon, Dragonite times 10. Cynthia, here we come. Woo.
Thank you, Blue Jay.
Time for another one?
Yeah,
Go for it.
$78 from Lydia. This may be unicorny, but it's time to stop horsing around and get ready for Cynthia. This is $78 for the best pony and my favorite Pokemon, Rapidash.
How are we doing on that incentive?
We are at $33,257. So we need $6,700 more before the end of this run.
Wait, why don't we just fight Cynthia now? We don't have enough money. We don't have enough money. Just keep going.
Yeah. We're not ready yet. We'll get smoked. So now Team Plasma, now that they have what they want, they kind of bailed to the northeast corner of the region. So we're kind of hunting them down now. So we're going back to kind of new territory.
Yeah.
This is Marine 2, which has one of the sickest themes. I think.
Banger. Well, it takes a second to build up.
Yeah,
but-
just trust me.
Can I leave when the best part starts?
Can I drop a donation on you?
Yeah, go for it.
Yes.
$113 from Shenanigans. Hello, GDQ. Shen here with the 113 purple sweets that Cold ate during the old school RuneScape run. Also, TTS, Mom said you can totally come over tonight. My house is just to the left of the Pokemon Center in Undella Town. Can't miss it. Hopefully see you soon.
You should go there right now.
I'll be right over.
Also, $25 from Gary, who says, Gen 25, easily going to be the best gen.
That's right. That's where the Gen 5 remakes will finally come out.
All right, gym leader time. Very exciting.
Yeah, so this gym is a little interesting. So Marlon actually has a team order mix up a little bit here. In normal mode, he leads with Caracosta, which usually isn't a big deal. But in challenge mode, he leads with Wailord, which is a much bigger deal. So Wailord has one of two moves that it'll click. It'll either click Rain Dance, which is beneficial for us because we can take care of Wailord in 2, no problem. The other move it has is Scald, because that's okay, it's fine.
That's fine.
Because that's Clay, not Clay. Who am I fighting right now? I'm
Marlon.
fighting Marlon. Marlon's signature move is Scald, and Scald is a really bad move. It's going to do over half our health because we melt to water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guess
water
what?
is not a good type to go against.
No, and guess what? It's 30%.
To burn.
Yeah, 30% to burn on top of that, and burn is just really bad. So the cope here is that I never see Scald, and I either just flinch or Wailord and Caracosta like pick something
I
else.
pretend I do not see it. Yeah.
Exactly. If you can't see it, then it doesn't happen, right?
I don't know if we've explained. Yeah, I don't know if we've explained burn too much, but it's a status that literally halves your physical attack, and because we are a physical attacker, it really sucks. I don't like it.
Yeah, so we might be doing some dying in this fight. Unfortunately, there's no full restores available to us. Well, there is one, but it's like you have to go like around the town and then go back. Like it's just not worth it.
Yeah, it's a detour that's just never worth.
Yeah, and then like you unlock full restores after beating the gym, because why not?
Yeah. So normally, what most people do is just eat a death on that fight because it's kind of almost expected with how much it's stacked against you.
We are looking to get rid of Pit of at some point here before we kind of start the last like plasma sequence in Giant Chasm. So it's not the end of the world if we have to sack Pit of at any point, but we'd like to be as optimal as possible. So it just kind of depends on the situation, what happens.
Yeah, reason being there's a double battle and you don't want Pit of involved.
Yes.
Because Earthquake doesn't synergize well with it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And you'll just gain a ton of levels, which not good.
Yeah, levels, despite how fast the battles are in Gen 5, the like actually leveling up part is like the slowest part by far.
It's so bad because you like have the level up, zoom in on the Pokemon, and then it's like leveled up. And then if you have multiple of those, it does it multiple times. It is very slow.
It's also like level 2 and everything else right now is like level 50. So we'd be sitting there for like a solid like 3 minutes.
The EXP scaling would also give it like, just help it catch up even faster. Too,
right,
which
right.
sucks.
All right, so here's Wailord praying for Rain Dance or a flinch here. Scald is bad. Fingers
flinch.
crossed. Yeah, just flinch. That's all it is in this game. It's just flinch.
Easy.
Oh my.
All right, that is not great.
Oh, no
okay.
burn.
No burn,
No
so
burn,
that's
so you can
fine.
kill it now.
I can kill it. The next that's coming out is Caracosta. I'm praying that it uses Shell Smash, but there's no reason for it. It should Scald.
It's gonna Scald, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna end up Scald, getting
you
hit with
flinch.
Scald and dying. Flinch is the only way out here.
Flinch game.
Easy peasy.
30%.
Or a crit. Okay, that's actually
It's
not
30,
helpful.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
No luck
Again,
going so far.
That counts as a death, by the way.
Yeah.
My cat!
What?
Does count as a death.
Even though it's basically planned, but
I want to talk to my refs about what counts as a death.
Pidove dying also counts as a death. So.
Does the deaths on Charles count as deaths?
Oh, true. All the triple battle deaths. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we're getting a little too more. Okay.
Oh no, I feel like the debt collectors have just started
Wait, what
knocking
about
on my
in
door.
Graded's gym?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So four total. Because Charles. Yeah.
Yeah, so
two is Charles,
Mantine, you want to hit this rock
two
slide,
Drayden.
please hit
Yeah.
this.
I'm going to
Alright,
be
yeah.
so broke.
No big deal. All good.
Yeah. And Jellicent, there's 2 paths you can do. You can either flinch it with Iron Head, or you can go for a 6 and 16 range. 3 and 16 range, sorry.
We're cool around here. We're
So,
going
yeah.
for it.
Oh.
And
It's all right.
It's fine to go for it because it has a citrus berry.
Another one deal.
Oh wait, that cost me money. Crap, I shouldn't have done that. I mean, no, I did it for the charity.
Exactly. Oh, this is wait. Get it back up because the side X back.
Okay.
Yeah, dust comes in pairs.
Yeah.
It's kind of messed up.
But yeah, so this is another fight where you just lose a lot of time even though you win it, and it's like a safe fight technically. It sucks.
Yeah, it's like a usually always winnable fight, but it's just
Yeah.
very unfortunate when you end up
Yeah.
in an awkward situation with Scald there. It
Yeah, if
basically just depends on what Wailord does.
If you miss Rock Slide on Mantine, then you can actually like just wipe, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's like the only really scary thing.
Yeah.
We got all 8 badges. Surely we're near the end of the game, right?
Yeah, that's it. You're like an hour underestimate, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. Only like
You gotta beat the E4 and then you're done.
Yeah, that'll be like 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely nothing bad will happen.
Surely we won't get sidetracked for 45 minutes.
Them getting the DNA splicers, no big deal. They won't do anything evil with it. Goodbye, Mark.
Yeah, he's got a really funny like.
So he exits from the back, but
Yeah,
But
just
he's
wait.
a fast swimmer.
Just wait.
Olympic swimmer out here.
Olympic swimmer.
Wait.
He's like sprinting right now.
Yeah.
It's you. I'm waiting still there.
yeah.
Oh, hey.
Wait. I thought you went the other way.
What?
What? It's also really funny. This conversation with Marlon is like, "Hey, have you seen Team Plasma?" And he's like, "Who the heck is Team Plasma?"
He's like,
like-
whatever, not my problem.
Yeah, he's like, "The water, like everyone in the water is my friend. Are you sure that like Team Plasma's bad and all this stuff?" It's just like. For like how much like lore they put in the Black White 1 and making like the gym leaders involved in stopping Team Plasma, it's such like a weird contrast to just see Marlon be absolute. Oh, I gotta revive Psyduck, but it's just a weird contrast seeing how absolutely clueless he is about what's going on with like Team Plasma stuff. But anywho, we're gonna revive Psyduck there because we do need Psyduck alive to like actually have a double play out as a double. Otherwise, we're gonna get 2 single fights back to back. So. We're gonna revive Psyduck there. We're gonna be doing something that's actually really new to White 2 mainboard categories. It's called Trainer Skip, and there's a very equivalent in Black White 1 known as Plasma Skip. But basically what's gonna be happening is we're gonna be manipulating Phenomenon to effectively skip 2 trainers' field of vision. So the catch here is that with like the shaking grass, the rippling water, and all that stuff, trainers can't actually see through it. So if we put one between us and the trainer, we can effectively skip them and not have to worry about battling them. It only really is useful for these 2 trainers here because they're the only ones that have like tiles of Phenomenon that can
There's
happen.
one, and we're not even there yet.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I also-
this is going to cost me money, but
Yeah, I also want to make note that this has not been seen before at a GDQ. I mean, I ran Black and White 1 back in 2021 with Pulse, and White 2 was run like way farther back than
Yeah.
that. We knew of the phenomenon back then, but it was just too hard to like find it. Now it's a lot easier, so this is really cool.
Yeah, TTS is the only one who does this so far in either any percent or challenge mode. He does it in both.
on the English boards at least, there is
Yeah.
one Japanese runner who has done trainer skip in there. And
I believe it's Sugar.
Yes,
There's,
sugar.
there's obviously
not
pretty big
surprised.
risk with going for this. Doesn't save a tremendous amount of time, but it is pretty good if you get it. Because yeah, obviously you're skipping trainers, but you're doing this whole save and quit thing, which also eats up a good amount of time.
Yeah, so I would like quiet, and please stay quiet until my couch says you guys can clap, which will be after the second phenomenon and the second trainer skipped. So just quiet mode for right now, please. All right,
Give it
let's
up for
try.
TTS. That is how you do it. And
It
this
is really cool.
This strat saves like about 20 seconds if it goes well.
Yeah.
There's still some after effects because you skip these trainers and you lose like some experience, and some of the fights become a little more difficult. But you know,
Yeah, a couple of ranges become slightly worse, but just get the ranges and it's not a problem, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and like you might have just missed the ranges anyway before, so
Right, right.
it's not like making a range that wasn't a range into a range. It's just making some ranges slightly worse. So.
Right, and it's by 1 in 16, so that's how much, Tucker?
Oh, 6.25%.
Okay.
I don't know. I had to think about it.
Keep
Gotta
me
make
on
sure
your
your
toes.
gotta make sure your mind is still sharp back
Yes,
there.
yes. I can rattle off all 16 if you want, but you know, you don't have to ask.
All right, I guess we can get victory donations for that too.
You got it. We have $310 from Cyflux. Longtime watcher, but first time catching GDQ live and able to donate. Unfortunately, I'm at work and can't watch the Pokemon run, but here's to giving hope one doctor at a time. Let's start by sending Cynthia's Pokemon to Nurse Joy.
I like your thinking.
And we are down to just about $5,000 away from that goal. So we're getting real close. Let's keep that momentum going, Twitch chat.
We can crush it. I know it.
For sure.
We have $83 from Rustclad King. For my favorite samurai duck, Farfetched, proof that birds are real and have swords.
All right, so this is Frigate 2, because it's the second time we've been on the Frigate. Here, we're basically just gonna rock the boat for a while until we get kicked off. That's kind of the trend. For some reason, they just let us hang around for a while. I forgot the max ether, but that's not a huge issue. I just have extra Earthquake now. But the whole shtick here is that we're gonna have to figure out what the password is. There's like a whole puzzle. They're basically like the worst trained in cybersecurity like team I've ever seen, because we can just walk around and they just tell us how to like do everything. It's so great. What's my password?
I don't know. You never told me.
I'm getting stage fright.
Really? I'm assuming.
Maybe it's Reshiram.
Hold on,
Maybe.
hold on. I can help you here.
No. So it's one of five
It's
things.
2202.
There's one of five things that it can be. It can be 2202, 7707, 9909, the words Reshiram, or the words Zekrom. So obviously the number passwords are the fastest because they're really short, they're only 4 digits long. And the number ones are really long because obviously you have to punch in way more text, and also because the default keyboard is like A, B, C, D, E, F. You can switch to a QWERTY keyboard along the bottom if you want to punch it in faster, but ideally you just have a password that has a better password than Reshiram or Zekrom. I don't have an Earthquake. That's actually a problem.
Oh yeah, you
with
press
this
it
guy.
out between the
max
fights.
ether.
I'm just gonna Ironhead Drapion.
Did you just say the numbered passwords are really long?
I might have misspoke.
You heard it here first, folks. The numbered passwords are really long. You really don't want them. Let's get some Reshiram and Zekrom passwords out there,
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. Okay, Samurai
Nice,
Dying is like
Samurai.
whatever. Hello, Unpheasant. Nice to meet you. This is new knowledge. Just gonna Ironhead Drapion or Garbodor because I know I can kill it, and then
Right.
hopefully Unpheasant does literally anything. Drapion.
Surely we'll pick an attacking move here. Oh, not that one.
Well,
though. That is not the
did.
one you want.
But that is a 2-turn move.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Well, we have the max ether now. We can use that.
Actually, my Ironheads are kind of screwed from that. I'm tempted to just take the bed heal.
Oh yeah, you can do that. It's probably fine then. Yeah.
Actually, no, that's a terrible idea because a Pidove is dead. I should not do that.
Oh my gosh.
I am
always a
sorry.
caveat.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that means you got to donate more money if that happens.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that Samurai Death counts, by the way.
What? It's not even mine. It's not even
It was
mine.
under your watch. If you aethered, it wouldn't have happened. So.
No, I still probably would have killed it.
Okay, that would have been your fault then, which I guess is worse. So.
Can we do like a half?
You can put a half.
I don't know,
Put
like half a tally. I don't know.
I'll put half a tally.
Yeah. I'm going to add a few tallies when you're not looking, so
There we go.
Half tally.
Half tally.
half tally.
Tucker, I'm trusting you to keep those two honest back there on the counts.
So
Looks
yeah,
good to me. I don't know.
we're doing what we're talking about. We're getting information by just battling these trainers. Again, we do just know the password, but we can't put it in yet. So we have to do all this stuff.
So this one gives us the key card and just says figure out the password by yourself. There's a bunch of others that you would fight to like actually get clues.
yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a
Like a whole puzzle thing.
yeah, but we know the answer.
I didn't mention it before, but how you know your password is actually based off your trainer ID. So when you're like routing your Tepig Minips at the beginning, you always kind of have to keep an eye on your trainer ID to make sure that it's a password that you're acceptable using. So mine just happens to be the most optimal. 2202 is the best, and 9909 is the worst of the number passwords, just because 0 and 2 are like right next to each other, so it's really easy to punch them in. Another clutch thing about Gen 5 is that as a lefty, like menuing is so free for me because I get access to all of the ABXY, which do a lot of functions for navigating the bag and stuff. It just, you know, left hands just have it built different here.
Yeah, because sometimes you want to be able to like mash and do touchscreen menus, but right-handed players they just kind of have like no ergonomic way to do that.
I was born for this game.
Yeah, left-handed.
I didn't know you were left-handed.
I am. You've been staring at my DS for like 2 hours.
No, I've been staring at your screen for 2 hours.
This is fair.
I can't see anything on that DS.
D-pad moment. Anyway, so this is another true double with Hugh. Hugh has Aquatail now, and he'll actually be inclined to use it. The only problem is that Aquatail is like 85 accurate, 90 accurate, which means it's like 0 accurate because it's Hugh, and Hugh is just not a helpful partner whatsoever.
Yep.
So the dream here is that he lands both his Aquatails, and then I will Earthquake the last 2 to kind of clean things up.
I'm gonna say, before I hand it back off over to the host, but if you're worried about your account, you could always just PC heal, like on your way back.
I could. I think I'm okay because I'll have the elixir, and I think the elixir will carry me.
Okay. We have 10 for donations.
Fantastic. We've got $25 from Bulbasaur, who says, Bulbasaur! Bulbasaur! Thanks, Bulbasaur. We also have $100 from Sterner Stock. Voltorb is number 100, but consider this 100 Bulbasaurs.
Yeah, TTS are kind of low on Iron Heads now.
Yeah, I think with the extra EQs that I have, though, I should be okay. I'm just going to prioritize using EQ more later.
Yeah.
And if I need to, I have Rock Slide in a pinch.
Yeah. Normally you want 5 Iron Heads, 2 EQs, and like 1 of each of them.
That's not my fault.
That's another half, though.
That's a full tally, I guess.
I guess.
Oh, hi, Simisade.
We got a full.
You should kill that too.
Yeah.
No.
You should just Iron Head it. Get the Rock Slide there, because Bug,
Yeah.
type, pretty nice. Save some PP.
I either killed Samurott before. No, Samurott must have missed an Aquatail. Because of course it did.
Yeah. Yeah, because normally like, the fight ends cleanly, right?
Yeah. Usually you get Scolipede and Weavile at the same time, and you just EQ and everything dies.
Right, yeah.
Although Weavile's like a 14 and 16, I think. We just never bank on that happening. So anyway, Hugh and Zinzlin are going to go back and forth about Purloins, DNA splicers, naughty stuff. How about some donations while we watch Team Plasma like snap all their backs collectively as they shoot out of the sky?
Absolutely. We have $25 from Omega Mer, who simply says, fight her. And we are $4,214 away from that Fight Cynthia goal. We're so close. $5 from Hive Mind, who says, I just love GDQ. I get it, Hive Mind, I do too. $26 from Greyheim. Always have to donate for my favorite Pokemon, Raichu, during any Pokemon run. We also have $25 from Symphonic Guy. We cannot let a Pokemon White 2 speedrun go by without being terrified by those piano notes on Cynthia's theme. Let's reach that goal. P.S. Absol's Cry does sound like ooh whoa.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No.
Woo.
Ooh.
I saw we're almost at 36,000 for the Cynthia, right?
We are, yes, that is right. We are at $35,796.19.
We can get there.
We can absolutely get there.
I believe in you, chat.
We have $48.70 from A Veritable Feast, who says, donating for my favorite Pokemon, Giratina. When a game allows you to pet a mythical winged demon bug, it's easy to fall in love with it.
Is Giratina a bug though?
It's kind of like centipede-y, you know?
Honorary bug.
Yeah. I've never thought about it like that before with the 6 legs.
Hi, Terrakion.
Oh!
Had to be at least one in a Gen 5 run.
Phenomenon, baby.
Yeah, this is one of the areas where it's so likely to like just run into the grass. because it's just so narrow and you can't really get out of the way.
Yeah, and there's just no time to react.
Yeah, more of this right now.
Yeah, also notice how it's like one tile wide here.
Yes.
Nothing bad will happen, no.
No, I definitely won't give up another $5. I've already given up so many at this point.
You're basically paying at this point to do this round.
I know.
Time for a couple more.
Go for it.
Yeah.
We have $39.30 from Top Water Type Trainer.
Oh, I heard
In
one.
honor of my favorite Pokemon, Piplup, first in-person GDQ, and I'm having a blast. Let's have a totally easy time fighting Cynthia.
I didn't hear that one. I feel like
Now,
you're scamming
We gotta
me.
check the tapes.
Yeah, roll the tapes back on that one.
$8.45 from Bookworm214. A donation for $8.45 Cramorant. His head is empty, but his heart is full of love.
His mouth is full of Arrokuda and Pikachu.
Yes.
We have $5 from Scootaloo, who says, second time donating here, but I've had to donate for the second time during the Pokemon run. And by the way, what does an electric type Pokemon say when they get gassy while drinking milk? I'm Zapdos Intolerance. What? I don't know why, that one really gets me.
Oh my
good.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
You guys are haters.
I can't explain why of all the puns, that one gets me so much.
Okay, that's actually clutch
turn on
because
explosion.
that gives me an Iron Head back, so that's
Yeah.
actually really nice.
Nice.
Maybe we should be counting deaths for all the times that TTS kills Pokemon.
No.
All right, so yeah, we're just fighting. Do we fight Zinzalin again here?
In a little bit, yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
there's going to be a double coming up. We call it ambush double because it happens right as we go through a door, and the Team Plasma Grunts make like a big deal out of like ambushing us. They also have like the funniest dialogue ever. I'm gonna mash a little slower so that you guys can see what they say, because honestly, like the quotes live in my head rent free. I didn't even realize like I quote them so often as a kid. Or even like today until like I started running this game again. I'm like, oh, that's where I started getting those like phrases from and stuff. But anyway,
I have a funny story about this place from when I was a kid.
go ahead.
So in Black and White 1, I had no idea Kieran was here. And when I was going through this and I got to the end, I got jump scared really bad at the screen. I was like...
By just like Kiram, just like chilling out?
Because it does its like cry in the middle of the place when you get to a certain tile.
Oh, yeah,
And that
and then it
scared
turns
the
into, like,
living heck out of me.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, someone was like, Kwai, you've been, or like, Dai has been ambushed or something really like weird.
Here's the fight where it was really important to have a very specific party set up here. Yeah.
Yeah, if I have Pit Up alive, then I can't take care of it. I could burn a turn with Swords Dance and just let Scraggy and Trubbish take care of it, but it's really slow to do that, and I'd still have to kill Psyduck, so it's just better to kill
Yeah,
Pit Up
and
earlier.
it's much better to do this as a double battle, so we're keeping the Psyduck alive.
Yeah.
Yada yada yada.
Yeah, because even if we had one Poke alive, it's still a required fight, so we would just fight them one-on-one.
Yes.
So it is marking the Psyduck.
Oh yeah.
This upcoming Scrafty is one of the things that benefits from Challenge Mode. It's no longer a range.
Yeah, this thing has high jump kick and would absolutely demolish me at this health if
It's a range?
it was a range in normal mode. It's not in challenge.
Without Swords Dance, because
Oh.
yeah, a lot of people do Swords Dance.
Yeah, a lot of
Right.
people Swords Dance in normal mode to get rid of the range, which is perfectly understandable.
Oh, you should have learned Fissure for Cynthia.
Oh, yeah.
you can't
I
escape
could buy a bunch
that.
of X accuracies too.
Don't do anything at all.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
TTS, I've got a pretty important donation for you.
Go for it.
I'm going to say this one a little out of order. It's a $7 donation. How about some love for the trans icon Sylveon? Also, fight me. Here's that donation's from Cynthia.
Oh.
She's throwing it down. We are $3,277 away from that goal. Let's get there.
Yeah, let's do it.
How do you like Sylveon?
I like Sylveon.
Okay.
I think
You're
its
not a
shiny is
complete
really
hater
cool.
of everything, of
I
all
like
the
all the
EVs.
evolutions.
You literally called them all like awful like 2 seconds
No.
ago.
I
You're like,
think,
if it's not Jolteon, it sucks.
I think I'm being lied to.
So this is the Plasma Frigate again, but the inside of it now. That guy can be kind of silly because there's like a one-tile move, kind of range there to get past him. But this is kind of just a puzzle section. Obviously, TTS knows how to do the puzzle, so just kind of executing it. Just has to hit all these buttons to turn off the barrier. Just gotta be really careful with your movement here. It's really easy to make a small mistake and accidentally fight a trainer, but other than that, it's pretty fine.
I do like this area a lot. It's pretty cool.
It's got a good theme too.
Yes.
It makes me too nervous.
Time for a donation.
Go for it.
$78 from Malice. Listen up. My favorite Rapidash. It's cute, lovely, smart, plus amazing.
What
you think
is
so?
movement?
Oh, yes. It's stunning. Kindly love it. Hug it when sleeping. Warm and cuddly. Spectacular. Ravishing. Oops, look at the time. I kept you for too long. Thanks for hearing me out. I want you to have this.
I deserve a rare candy after that.
Thanks for the bike voucher.
Oh, hey, there's a thing.
Yeah, ignoring that physical latency, trying to get up on the platform there to get the elixirs.
That was awesome.
So, Zinzolin's really easy. Ice Shard is a bit of a problem because it's a priority. We've always kind of had to deal with that with Weavile up to this point. I'm going to be doing a heal for Chorus after this because my health is kind of on the worst side. So, what actually am I sitting? Oh, I'm sitting fine in terms of PP because I'm just going to... Actually, I could Rock Slide Weavile and do Chorus Elixir, but that's not worth it here because I have to heal.
Do you have 3 Earthquakes right now?
Yeah.
No, you have 2.
No, I have 2. I can still Rock Slide
Weavile's going to take them both away because pressure.
You could Rock Slide Weavile and kill it, but I'm not going to do Chorus Elixir. Basically, there's a strat where you can Elixir during the Chorus fight instead of right before it, and it gives you 1 extra Earthquake because you're 1 short otherwise and have to make it up, but because I have to heal already, it's just not worth doing it because I'm still likely going to have to heal at some point anyway, and doing both the heal and the Elixir like outside of battle is faster than doing both in battle, so.
Yeah, in this case, it's not even correct to like do Chorus Elixir.
Right.
Folks, we've passed 37,000 out of that $40,000 goal. We are so close. You are doing a great job. Let's keep it up.
Awesome.
Did I see 4 fresh waters? You only got 4 in the run.
Did I just never use a freshwater? That's funny. I probably am all out of supers though.
I think you used one on the Charon that died. I think that was it.
Oh yeah.
What's this
probably.
guy doing here? What the heck?
Yeah, I thought this guy was like fine.
Yeah,
I thought he was a good guy. Chicks.
All right, so now it's time for counting with Chorus. I hope you guys have studied.
Yeah. So yeah, he's actually with Team Plasma, but there's a whole thing with it. I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna
I
play
love
Chorus.
this theme.
This theme's awesome.
This theme is amazing.
This fight's pretty chill. There's just like Sturdy's annoying mostly.
Sturdies and air balloons keep me from one-shotting most of them.
Right, air balloon,
It's usually just Iron Head into Earthquake and, you know, pray for flinches.
What is air balloon?
So air balloon prevents a Pokemon that would normally be hit with a ground move from taking any damage until the balloon gets popped. So we'll use an Iron Head to pop the balloon, and that'll kind of ground Klinglang, which is who has it. So then we can actually EQ it and kill it off.
Yeah, pretty cool item. We're getting to that late game part. That's a good flinch. We're getting to the late game where we're just going to see more items on these bosses, and they're going to be pretty annoying, especially because we're on challenge mode.
Right.
Yeah, it's just these little flinches that like say like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
They add up through the run.
for sure.
So nice.
All right, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Any Chorus theme enjoyers in the audience? Oh yeah.
There's the air balloon. You can see the text pop up.
Yeah.
So, fun fact: you can go into like clay with an air balloon like Zorua that like looks like Pignite, and even though it says the text on the screen, clay can't read that, and will just keep trying to bulldoze your air ballooned Zorua that looks like a Pignite, and you can just 20-shot all of his Pokemon. I may or may not know this from experience.
If it doesn't take like, what, 20 times to do PWT even? Like, do you get air balloon without doing PWT?
yeah, you can get it from.
Yeah.
It's in that. I think it's in the same building where you get the Iron Head. It's like upstairs.
Oh. I did not know that. I'm learning new things every day.
Always something new to learn about this game.
There you go, and that's Chorus. Pretty chill. That's the big bad boss of Team Plasma, sort of. We will fight another big bad boss pretty soon, but we got to go through a bunch of grunts again here.
Also, this grunt runs away because he realizes you're too strong.
Very smart. That's the smartest character in Pokemon history.
He has no Pokemon. Also, check out Getsus' sick gamer setup.
Dude.
Count the monitors.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
I can't count.
15.
You got 15 monitors. Think about all the GDQ streams and restreams that you could be watching right now. Shout out to the restreamers, by the way.
Got time for a victory donation?
Of course.
$59.50 from Arisa. My donation for the best Pokemon, Joltik. He's just a little guy.
True.
The little guy that'll ruin you after you get static on him.
And $25 from Canthia, donating in solidarity as a fellow person who got jump scared by Kyurem.
Thank you.
$10 from Flocker10. Snorlax is the best because they're just so real.
So real for that.
So real.
Snorlax is so real for that.
I know we got a Snorlax enjoyer right here.
I do love Snorlax. It's a good Pokemon. You know what else is a good Pokemon? My cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We in fact have a donation from my cat, $25 for my favorite Pokemon Haunter. That's not its number, but it evolves from Ghastly at level 25. I think we should have a Ghost Pokemon theme game because Ghost Pokemon need love too.
Ooh.
Absol, listen.
Wait. Oh my god. Actually just, ooh. That is amazing.
It's pretty funny. How are we looking on that, Cynthia?
We are so close to 39,000. We're at $38,900.49. We are closing in.
Oh, I
Listen
know.
to that crowd. They want
Yeah,
that Cynthia fight. We all want that Cynthia fight.
I'm sure they do.
Get
She's
the $5
taunting us through
trains.
donations. We are now only $400 away from that goal.
Yeah. And TTS did say if we hit the incentive, you won't use any setup moves during the session.
That's true. I heard him say that.
Yeah.
What can I do at this point?
Win.
Zora with Pink
Dora,
Knight.
We have $250 from Danielle. My cat, go burr. Trans rights. $194 from Luna Mora, donating for the one true favorite Whooper. Let's show Cynthia a super Whooper good time and show that champion she's no big whoop. $25 from Pikachu. Pikachu! Pikachu! Translation, this goes to the Cynthia incentive. I want to see a good, clean fight.
Yeah, no setup moves, no X items, no healing, no cheating.
So lore update. So it turns out that one of the Shadow Triad members stole a Purloin from a Spursher like 2 years ago, and it just so happens to be Hughes.
Whoa.
So that Purloin that's been kind of hanging out at the top of the screen is Hughes, and he's kind of like shooken up that his quest is finally finished. But I am getting flinched by an Excelgor with me first. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
That's fine.
So we're coming near the end of the Team Plasma stuff, almost.
Oh.
Close.
Real quick, we have a $700 donation from Muriel. Best evolution, Sylveon.
It's very good.
Understandable.
It's the one, I almost called you Eevee. It's the one Swift Life.
And a $1,089 donation from Ed E. Ott. I couldn't choose between Salamence, Rotom, or Hitmontop, so I'm just gonna donate for all of them. Woo!
Based.
I'm gonna go for Swag Stairs here.
Swag?
Swag
I don't know what
Stairs.
that means.
Doesn't get 0.
Oh, I didn't get it. Those little stairs there, you can you get traction on them again, so you can go down with the full speed of the bike to save like a couple frames. But if you miss it, then you can go straight back down and
Yeah,
lose
that's
a
what
lot
I
more
did
time.
the first time I tried it. I don't do it again.
I got it in practice yesterday or 2 days ago for the fun of it, but anyway.
All right, gets us again.
Getsus is very annoyed with us at this point and has taken Kyurem from the ship and put it into the cave, because I guess for some reason in this cave it's just going to have the power to freeze the whole world or something rather. I don't know. I don't play Pokemon.
I want to point out, by the way, that this is the only time where a character actually tries to kill you
Whoa.
in a Pokemon game.
That should count for the tally.
But you don't actually die.
Don't die. Oh, wait. Oh, spoiler.
Oh,
Hey, come on. Y'all
but
ruined
it is wild to see this from a Pokemon game.
Oh.
Fusion Flare!
From Reshiram. No, it can't be that guy.
Who could it be?
It can't be.
It's the best theme in the game.
Honestly true, though.
It only plays for like 5 seconds in
Yeah.
Black and White 1.
Yeah, for all 40 seconds it plays.
It's the little green hair guy.
You know,
I love this character.
This always confused me because at the end of Black and White,
We just hit that incentive. We are going to be fighting Cynthia at the end of this run. Thank you so much, everyone. That's $40,000 for Doctors Without Borders.
Thank you.
You guys are all amazing.
Let's go.
You got a floating olive to celebrate.
Yeah.
Orb?
Orb.
Oh, what is that? No. This looks good. This looks healthy.
This is 3 minutes of cutscenes. I get to finally rest my hands.
Yay!
While we're doing these cutscenes, I have a question for you, TTS.
Yes.
You have been Gen 5 strongest soldier for several years now, right?
So about a year, year and a half.
Why have you been running these games for as long as you have and put yourself through the misery of this category for as long as you have?
An unhealthy addiction.
Okay.
That's fair.
No, I loved Gen 5 as a kid. I kind of started falling out of playing Pokemon kind of right as Gen 6 started, and Gen 5 was kind of on the way out the door. And I really liked playing White 2 as a kid, but I never got to play it as much as I wanted to. So when I kind of started entertaining the idea of getting into speedrunning Pokemon, I was like, hey, why not I just pick the absolute hardest one to get started in?
Yeah.
And, a year and a half later, I'm kind of the guy that everyone goes to now with Manip questions. So that's pretty fun to see how quickly you can progress in a run in such short time. So if you've ever been, scared of running a game before because it seems so intimidating, you can do it. You just got to give yourself the time and patience to explore and try things out and ask questions and try to figure things out on your own. And most importantly, engage with the community, because I was really shy to engage with the community to start, but once I kind of started to get to learn some of your faces back here, and even on the lovely couch behind me, who are all here to support, it became a lot easier to, get motivated to play this game, because then I can compare against a lot of the people that I used to watch before I got into speedrunning. Although I will admit that transition from being like a hardcore lurker viewer to most of you, and then become on equal footing with all of you was weird as heck, because showing up to a GDQ and being like, hey,
I know you now.
Yeah, I know. I followed you for 4 years. You have no idea who I am.
So
but
funny.
I'm starting to run the game.
Yeah, I remember I didn't know who you were, and then one day I think I saw you in a chat or something, or I saw you doing a run, and I just checked and I was like, oh, you're already top 4 in the Black and White 1. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good lesson there. If Pokemon speedrunning is awesome, community is great. Definitely check it out. We'll talk more about where you can learn more at the end of the run, but
yeah,
definitely check it out. And now this abomination is in front of us.
Yeah, it is funny too, because I know that you got into speedrunning, Etchy, from watching this run specifically.
Well, I got into Pokemon speedrunning from watching the GDQX run of Challenge Mode, because I was looking for a new run to learn, because I just been running KH3, and I was like, I should learn something new, and I saw the run live at TwitchCon. I was like, this is cool. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try Pokemon. And then I did it for 4 years.
Funny how that comes full circle.
Yeah, weird. I don't like it. Turbo Blaze.
Turbo Blaze, not just Blaze. It's Blaze, but
Blaze.
Or buffed up.
Has no relation to Blaze.
Yeah.
Blaze.
This isn't a range in Challenge Mode, right?
It's a
much
very
better, possibility to kill.
So Kyurem has random stats, and if it has absolutely cracked HP defense and a plus defense nature, it can live in Iron Head. But in Challenge Mode, it's a very rare thing to have happen, because you have a couple extra levels compared to normal mode. But it still technically can happen. I don't think I've seen anyone in Challenge Mode.
And I've never missed it.
Yeah, I've never missed it either. So. But there are also not a lot of Challenge Mode runners because of the absurdity of this category, as evidenced by my tally count of deaths so far.
Not even the category is awful. Plus, you need some way of playing Black 2 as well, which is annoying.
Yeah.
But now we're fighting Dennis, so that's cool.
It's good detect. Okay.
All right, that's good. If I had burned an earthquake there, I would have had a bit of a problem, but we're all good here.
Yeah, that's a fight.
I hope you all have your Dennis chats ready.
True. Also, you do get fully healed here before this fight. Tripped up on my words.
So yeah, super chill. If you haven't noticed, by the way, we're already 10 to 15 levels higher than basically everything at this point. The Lucky Egg is finally really kicking in here and just showing, what an extra 50% EXP boost does over the course of an hour and a half.
Yeah.
We're just going to be pretty high level for the rest of this run. I guess Cynthia will be a little bit more normalized, but even with all the extra levels, it doesn't mean these fights are free or safe. They still can be pretty scary.
Yeah. That Electros is particularly scary because it has Flamethrower, which does do like 3/4 of our health, because of course it does. And because Flamethrower also has the chance to burn. If we get burned, we're in a really bad position because both Pidove and Psyduck are dead right now. So I'd have to do some
No,
shenanigans.
they're not. You're fully healed.
You're right,
Healed.
they are not. You're right. Thank you. But it still would have been an awkward process to kind of get set back up because I don't have like an easy means of using Swords Dance, at least without like risking another burn chance. So it's just a nightmare to miss that Electros is what I'm trying to get at. But there's Dennis done, which means Team Plasma is no more.
Would you like a victory donation?
Of course.
We have $10.06 from Foxat. Hello, SGDQ. Happy to be donating for another great year. These $10.06 are for the true robot trans icon, Iron Valiant. Who says you can't be who you want to be, even if you're a robot brought from the future with the intent to destroy things? Trans rights. We also have $70.40 from Anonymous, donating $78.40 for the coolest dragon of them all, Komo-o. Pokemon Black and White 2 are truly incredible entries that help show me the value of all the little things in games. Let's go throw mud slabs in Cynthia's face.
Yeah, 240,000 to go, chat. Can we get there?
All right, so Team Plasma's done. We're gonna escape rope out. It might have looked really weird when we first entered that I kind of went to this exit here, but it's just so that the escape rope brings me a little closer because we have to leave to the left side here. So if I didn't like checkpoint that before going through the whole,
Oh, yeah.
No, he's a coward. He doesn't want to spend more money.
Oh, got me. He got
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait, get it back. Okay.
Actually, in practice, I had one spawn one tile above that as I went to talk to the water, so I had to say no and like change where I was.
This is my least favorite spinner.
I hate the spinner.
He's passed him twice, and you have like one tile leeway
I
both
got bad
ways.
memories of him.
That's also like the one that
There
has
was
the
one
Volga,
more
right?
right there. There's one more.
I think that was the
phenomenon.
same one.
Was it? No, because I got on the water. I think. Does
there
it go
Yeah, it
on
was
one
on the
after
water.
I think it
Thought
stays.
so.
I thought I heard the water one again.
Okay, we won't count it.
Okay.
Okay.
It didn't go away when you got on the water.
Oh, okay.
Got
Never
off.
mind then.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
heard the
yeah.
effect and I thought it sounded like the one because like when it's just there's like I think it's like a slightly different noise when it first spawns and then it kind of has like a slightly like different noise that just
Right.
loops endlessly and I thought I heard like the first noise. Whatever. Anyway, badge check.
Badge check. Yeah, the spinner you pass is like the annoying one is like the worst one to hit too.
Yeah, it's got like a mulligan, Jellicent, and it's just a nightmare because of Cursed Body and a bunch of other things that can disable moves and
Just a time loss fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. The correct, and like, it like has an Emolga that can't hurt you. So it should like withdraw into Jellicent. So like you should be clicking Earthquake on Emolga and it's weird because of it just doesn't withdraw.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
neutral.
Yeah, you just
But
end up in a really awkward
you-
situation there. But
You have all 8 badges. You did it.
yeah, we can finally enter the Victory Road. I think that this Victory Road theme clears like every single other one. I will die on that hill,
Whoa.
especially the Black White 1 with the badge buildup. I will swear that is the objectively best elite or
Yes.
Victory Road theme.
Yes.
trying to remember
I'm
other.
glad that one agrees with me.
I like the Hoenn one better.
Owen
Just, like,
one,
throw it
It's
on there.
okay.
Owen one's okay. It's better than Sinnoh.
Nah.
Sinnoh one's pretty rough.
It's okay. I think the Gen 1 one's the worst. It's just
Johto
like
and
the
Sinnoh are
generic one.
bad.
Yeah.
The rest I don't really remember.
Anywho, this Drifblim's gonna spam Stockpile. I've had this Drifblim go to like +3 defense with Stockpile and then use a move called Baton Pass to swap into Claydol. And that's really bad because Claydol is super bulky defensively and putting additional defense on top of it is horrible, especially when this thing has Earth Power. That's kind of like one of those like freak situations though where you have to miss like 2 Rock Slides for that to happen, but it's still like one of those things that like, just like, why? Anyway, so here's the only reason we need to use strength, or at least one of 2 reasons we need strength is for this push boulder here.
So the Psyduck's so strong.
Yeah, Psyduck is a tank. As evidenced by the death counter being half Psyduck.
All right, very chill spinner there. You have to be pretty precise in your movement here. It's a little bit tighter than it looks. So yeah,
only
just gonna take it
be
safe.
like 2. You can only be 1 tile away from the tree.
Yeah, you have to be up against
You
those
have 1
trees
tile,
to not get seen.
1 tile away, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Nice.
Funny movement there to get the spinner set up.
Nice.
100% not
again.
safe, but we're just gonna go for it.
This spinner is deaf, so you can run past him.
Yeah, full restore on the rock, and we're gonna fight this trainer because the one on top spins, but this one doesn't. So,
Yep.
had to fight them.
And then a little tricky spinner pass after this fight.
Yeah, this is the last spinner though. It's just kind of unfortunate we don't really have a good setup for him because of like how it's set up here. It's too narrow to really try to do anything crafty.
Yeah, this Victory Road's pretty fast overall. There's a bunch of fights, but the movement sections are really, really quick between the fights.
Yeah. So how about a couple donations for us?
You got it. We've had $25 from Jay. Loving the event so far. I've been watching GDQ for years, but this one feels extra special for me as it's the last one before I become a dad. I can't wait to have a little buddy to watch future events with. Keep up the awesome work. Let's get that Cynthia fight, which we did. Thank you again.
Congrats on spinnerless.
Thanks.
Congrats to
It's actually really crucial to not get extra XP in challenge mode. Too much can be a problem in the E4.
This is the one scary room. This is where true gamers show their colors.
no spawn.
Totally
I think
fine.
I've only seen Skoa do it bonkless.
It's so hard.
It's hard.
It is so... Like, they of course shrink your vision in a room that has like the most amount of turns possible.
Yeah, and dust clouds too. So
Yeah.
you could just hear one and have no idea where it is and just start panicking.
Yeah, because how much... So like an item's fine, but like an encounter in a dust cloud is like 20 seconds, right?
12 to 15, I
Okay.
want to say it is. Like 15-ish
Gotcha.
is usually
Yeah,
what
that-
I just lump it to.
That kind of stinks, so that's not
Yeah.
good. You don't want that.
No, and only the dust clouds and like the shadows on the bridges can give us items. Everything else is guaranteed to be an encounter.
Right.
If we could, getting a like steel gem from a cloud would be actually really sick. It's possible to manip one, but the time it saves versus the time it takes to manip it just doesn't seem worth it on paper. At least any time that I've kind of peeked at it.
Sturdy there, so we're rock sliding to try to flinch. Didn't work out.
In challenge mode, you are still faster after a rock tomb.
Yeah, that's actually really nice here because you want to have more health.
Yeah, we are level 70, by the way. And we have
Yeah.
not started the Elite Four, just for clarity.
Yeah, it's
here.
actually kind of crazy how high level you kind of wrap up the this game or this category with.
And again, all the Pokemon are higher level 2, and they're still not even close to where we're at,
Yeah.
which is pretty incredible.
So how about a couple more donations to take us through this fight?
Absolutely. We've got $25 from Katie Ghosty. $25 for my favorite underrated trans pride slug baby Shellos. Pink and white or white and blue, all forms are perfect. Shellos.
Okay, east or west form.
We just
Yes.
said all forms are perfect.
I know,
Oh my
but like
God.
which ones
You're already
are
pitting them
they're
against
perfect, but you gotta have a favorite.
Yeah, Westy for sure.
Yeah, well, I like blue.
The pink and brown's so cool.
Whoa.
Oh no, is that
Oh.
east?
Oh, is that
that's
okay? I
not
thought
the right move.
I don't
That should
remember
be
which one
fine.
it is.
Okay, the pink and brown one, whatever that is.
Oh, I flinched anyway.
Blue
It's
for
fine.
me.
We also have $501 from Eric S. I never played any of the black and white games, but I did choose 501 Oshawott as my starter in my playthrough of Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Same.
I was Cyndaquil.
Oh, speaking of Cyndaquil, we have $25 from Podling152, joining the favorite Pokemon bandwagon. Cyndaquil's the best Pokemon by far. It's the Pokemon I care the most about, and I will own it for the rest of my life. It drives my decisions in any game that has it. It alone could send Cynthia's team to Lavender Town.
True.
All right, last rival fight here. We only fight them 5 times, which is nice because in Black White 1, you fight your rivals like half a dozen times each. Just praying for no swagger here. All right, that's unfortunate. I have full heals to take care of it though. Otherwise, everything else is pretty easy. Everything goes down one shot here. We're kind of coming up to the E4. The E4 is where the like challenge and challenge mode kind of really starts to ramp up again. The teams and movesets that are in the E4 are absolutely cracked. The first one we're going to be taking care of is Marshall, just because we're kind of in the best situation for the best outcomes for dealing with that fight. Basically, what we're going to be hoping for is that we flinch as much as possible because in a similar situation to Clay, Marshall has speed dropping issues that we have to be careful of, mainly with
Bulldoze, Rock Tomb.
yeah, Bulldoze and Rock Tomb off of throw. So we never really get an opportunity to set up because we're gonna have to swap to get our speed back. And immediately after Throw is Mian Xiao with high jump kick, which absolutely annihilates us. So we can't set up on Mian Xiao either. So then third comes out Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr is a problem because it's holding a Flame Orb and has the ability Guts, which means that it deals a crap ton of damage when it's burned. Because Guts, instead of like penalizing you for being burned, actually like doubles your attack power or something ridiculous like that. So Conkeldurr just does a crap ton of damage to us. So we're really praying for the flinch here. If we don't flinch, we're praying that we did just not enough damage with Iron Head, such that Iron Head plus a tick from burn will cause Marshall to heal. Otherwise, we'll just lose more time. So this is absolutely going to be a safety save here because I can just like very easily get wiped here.
Very scary fight.
You can just run through all of your vibes.
This is like the scariest fight in the rest
Yeah.
of the game.
This fight is such a make it or break it fight in like PvP
Yes.
attempt. I mean, I know myself. I flinched 3 times in my world record.
Yeah,
I got
your world
insanely
record.
lucky.
Your world record run was like quite a bit behind going into the E4, wasn't it? And you just completely clutched it out with getting like every single range and every good thing that could happen. So
Well, it wasn't perfect, but you know, this fight went amazing.
right.
Yeah, TTS is saying it was all luck and no skill that you not that. So.
Hey, I've been trying to take the record. It's just been a little slow for me. All right. Anyway,
Yeah, Marshall time, as described, very scary. A lot of sturdy, a lot
Banger
of
theme that
praying
just-
for flinches.
banger theme that induces just complete anxiety.
Yeah,
It's so good. And then the red barb theme ruins it.
true.
I know
Oh, that's a crit.
Oh, who needs a flinch with that? Let's
Works
go.
on Throw and Conkeldurr.
See, no, that was skill.
Okay.
No luck
I don't
involved
remember
needed.
if I got a crit in mines, but you know, hey, works the same.
Anyhow.
Yeah, this is looking like better luck here for TTS. So.
Better skill.
Better skill, sorry. All right, okay, no such luck
Okay.
that time.
It's gonna be a.
Yeah, that's
Write
gonna be
that down,
heal.
write that down.
That's gonna be heal for sure.
Need 2, actually.
So there's the Flame Orb that was mentioned by TTS. Now the attack is even higher. This poor Pidove is going out though.
I already got it.
Perfect. So yeah, using those max revives, really clutch. Stone Edge.
Stone Edge missed there would have been bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Marshall's healing.
Yeah, so we're gonna get the heal here because now it is below 25% HP. Is it just full restore or?
Yeah, it's a full restore.
Oh, that's actually cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Getting rid of the burn, so no more guts.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're getting
but
the free
we're gonna
turn
get it
anyway.
back.
I was
Yeah.
gonna try. Yeah.
But it won't take the tick.
Right. All right, so there's Conkeldurr done.
So just like the gym leaders, the E4s all also get an extra poke, except for the champion, because she already has a full team. So Marshall's new poke is Lucario, but Lucario's a joke. We just EQ it and it dies.
Yeah, steel type moment.
Yeah, so it's basically just the same as normal mode, except you're begging like even more for flinches and crits. So I would really like a flinch here. Sticking at full HP would be really clutch, actually. Unlucky.
It's a good thing that they gift you max revives because all these attacks do more than half.
Yeah, the max revives as a gift is actually really clutch from Rude and Giant Chasm.
They gave you a lot of really nice items in this run just for free. Well, just
Yeah.
for doing the story stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, which is nice, which is why we don't have to do any shopping for like full restores or anything at the end. 'Cause
Yeah,
we
you,
just-
you shop at like the 1.5 hour mark and then never again.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. Well, that's Marshall.
All right.
Yay, the fear.
1 down, 4 to go.
Yeah, one death is not too terrible.
So Grimsley's gonna lead Lipard. Lipard has Fake Out. It's always gonna click at turn 1. So on the Fake Out turn, I'm just gonna use my Max Elixir to get my PP restored, and that'll take care of the rest of the run here. It also has a normal gem, which will buff Fake Out a little bit, but it's not gonna be too big of a threat. It'll just start clicking Night Slash after Fake Out as well, so high crit rate chance there. I'm just need to be a little bit higher health so that I don't have to worry too much about the last Pokemon that'll come out, which is Bisharp. Bisharp has a Quick Claw of all things, so it's just got a 1 in 5 chance to outspeed me naturally.
Yeah, this life part becomes faster because of Unburden, its ability, which...
Oh.
Oh, there's the crit.
Yeah, that's the crit. This is gonna be
this is scary.
Yeah, I'm just gonna heal on Bisharp to be safe. Bisharp doesn't actually do a ton of damage, but just because of the 1 in 5 chance to like get hit with
Quick Claw.
yeah, get Quick Claw at XD.
Yeah, definitely want to heal this. You have to heal anyway for the next fight.
Yeah.
It would just be
Not a
nice to
deal.
heal on the next fight. Like, depending on pace, you might consider risking this, but it's just a rough situation to be in. I don't remember exactly how much Bisharp does, so.
Oh, we're gonna hear it again. Very
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Grimsley gets Absol in challenge mode again.
Shoutouts to Pulse for giving me that knowledge.
Yeah. All right, so here's that heal. You could use your fresh waters finally.
I could.
Oh, good
Quick
call.
claw.
Yeah,
I
I
did
keep
not
forgetting
know.
this is a gen where hyper potions are still 200 HP, which is
Yeah.
pretty nice. Super,
Yes.
super powerful.
I got
Yeah.
up to 120.
Is it Gen 6? I know it's definitely Gen 7, but
I think Gen 6 is where I got nerfed.
okay. But that's 2 down, so we can get victory donations.
You got it. We have $149 from Don Juan, who says, donating for the cutest dragon who can still destroy buildings, Dragonites.
Yes.
All right, this fight is kind of slept on.
Quite literally.
Gen 4 reference, by the way, because she's technically in the Battle Frontier in Gen 4.
Yes.
And she's in this game too, which is wild.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, she became an Elite Four member. It's really cool.
yeah.
Yes.
Caitlin, she's sleepy.
So her lead is Musharna. Musharna has Hypnosis, but it's also holding a zoom lens, is it, that increases accuracy?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's holding whatever the lens is that increases accuracy.
lens?
So I think that's what
Wide
it
lens,
is.
yes.
Yeah, so it does have a little bit higher than normal Hypnosis hit accuracy.
Yeah.
So kind of unfortunate here, but it's okay. I'm just really hoping that it clicks Dream Eater now instead of Reflect.
Cool.
That's perfect, because otherwise I would have to set up another Swords Dance
and
for a
then
plus
risk
4.
another hypnosis.
Right, and that would just be time
In
loss.
challenge mode, Musharna has hypnosis, but in normal mode it has yawn. And
Yeah.
with yawn, it's pretty much a consistent fight.
Yeah, Yawn
It's
is a little
so
more
free.
consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you just set up twice and then just full restore. It's so free. I love it.
So you're basically just sweeping through this fight now, right?
Yeah, everything is a one-shot now. Caitlyn gets a Metagross in addition to her normal mode team. It does hold Life Orb, but we never give it a chance to attack, so we don't have to worry about it.
It has Bullet Punch, it could, but like it just never...
Yeah, it has
Yeah,
Bullet
yeah,
Punch
that's
if you ignore healing, but you need like less than like 30 HP for it to click Bullet Punch, because you need to be below the min roll. Otherwise, it'll just go for like Hammer Arm, I think is what its most powerful move is.
Did you mention why you're doing the E4 in this order?
So we're doing Marshall first because we're in a nice range where we're not just going to throw Conkeldurr into healing right away, because that just gets to be a big problem.
Yeah.
Grimsley is second because he's kind of a free fight and lets us use our max elixir to take care of everything else, because otherwise we're going to run out of moves. Caitlyn is next just because it makes the most sense, because the last is Chantal. Now the reason Chantal is last is because we're basically all the way up to this point have been making sure that Excadrill gets all the experience and EVs that it needs and speed, because this Chandelure is holding a Choice Scarf, which drastically improves your speed at the cost of locking you into one move. And Chandelure has Fire Blast, and with the like special effectiveness, it'll absolutely one-shot us with it, and we can't really like stall because that's way too slow to do it. So when we do Chantal last like this, we barely outspeed the Chandelure depending on our level. Like we outspeed it, but like 1 or 2 like in raw speed. It's very close.
Yeah, it's really cool that this gen lets you actually approach the E4 in whatever order you want. There's some cool routing, so there's even reroutes have happened. I know Black and White 1 changed fairly recently, so it's cool to see.
Again?
No, when you did it.
Oh, yeah. Like
That was a couple years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a great crit.
Wow.
Awesome.
Because this is 11 and 16 range, down from 12 and 16 because I skipped 2 trainers after Marlin. So getting that range by guaranteeing the crit is actually really clutch.
Did we mention that Chandler has a Choice Scarf?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's why.
You can keep mentioning it though, because it's
scary. Yeah.
It deserves all of the attention, because it's easily like the worst poke that we have to deal with.
Doesn't look like it, but it is.
So because we got the Kaffa range, we didn't have to worry about Will-O-Wisp burn or Shadow Ball or anything like that, which is really sick because we can go into Iris full health without much of a problem. Iris is a bit of a tricky fight to navigate, and it's not always clear what the best play is. There's basically 2 different ways to handle the fight. There's leading with Swords Dance, just so you can one-shot everything. And then there's one where you basically just YOLO a Hydreigon range under the assumption that you just won't, or either that you'll get it or that you'll like flinch it, or because it has Focus Blast or Fire Blast, that'll miss one of the either because they're 70 and 85% accurate. So it's pretty common to not take damage just between all those different factors. That's what I'll go for content, because I believe we're doing really good on time. I don't have access to a timer, but I think we're doing good on time, right?
Yeah, it says 3:55 right now.
Well, guys, it was great being up here, but
Cut you off now.
We should do one quick victory donation before we get into this fight.
yeah, because I'm going to do a safety save just in case like the worst happens for some reason. If there are any good donations.
You got it. We have got $5 from ISBN Girl. I want to hear some Pokemon puns, so how about a $5 pun donation train? I'll start. Which Pokemon often gets lost in the wash? Sock.
I like
Gen
that.
5 topical.
I like
Oh,
that.
the crowd liked that one.
Also, I personally think that this is the best champion theme in the game.
Yes.
Do we have any Iris fans out back here for her theme?
I don't know why I talked to her from the left. That's slower, but whatever.
So good.
I was gonna say, which Pokemon do I usually do in my runs? Throw. I couldn't think of a better way to phrase that in time. Anyway, Iris time.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look how cool that is.
It is amazing.
That's definitely like one of the best champion themes. It's way up there. So
It's such a huge step up from Black and White 1.
It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Alders isn't that great, but anyway.
Elder is so bad.
5 and 16 range, by the way.
Gets these?
No problem.
And I get them every
go
time.
on.
Never a problem. All right, so yeah, mostly chilling now until the Haxorus comes out.
Yeah. So because I took no damage from Hydreigon, that's really good because Haxorus does actually quite a bit of damage. If I took any damage from Hydreigon, then I would have to like hyper on Aggron because Aggron isn't as threatening and usually we'll pick a move called Automatize as like a setup move. So that basically gives us the free turn to heal before we deal with Hax. Because Hax is by far the most threatening thing on this team. So it'll come out right after Aggron here.
This one has Sturdy, right?
Aggron does not have Sturdy, but Haxorus does have a Focus Sash.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
since Iris has not healed yet, this is actually kind of free because I'll just Earthquake to proc the Focus Sash. It'll probably pick D-Dance, probably is the keyword here. And then Iris will heal it, and that'll just give me the free turn to knock it out.
Yep, there's a Focus Sash activating, there's a D-Dance.
It's basically free from here at this point.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, GG's.
Jeez.
I just have to not misclick against Archeops.
That's really hard.
7 times or something.
Yeah, right.
No throwing for content.
Whoops. Anyway. All right. And with that, we are the champions of Unova.
Time's not yet.
Time
will be
is coming
soon.
up.
Yeah, time will be on the fade out after the trainer card stuff pops up and it shows congratulations,
fully black
you're
frame after
yeah,
that.
congratulations, you're champion. So
Yep.
All right, I guess we can kind of start working on some shout outs here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the DSPSR Pokemon community. We are all super helpful, and anyone who wants to come and join the community and start learning how to speedrun, we have a lot of resources available. We have a Discord that you can join and ask about. Shout out to everyone that's kind of helped me get to the point where I am today in speedrunning. That is pretty much everyone on the couch here, everyone on the back couch, everyone in my Twitch chats, friends, family, all that fun stuff. It's been a really fun time speedrunning. You know, I've been watching GDQs since like 2015. So to go from being like a longtime viewer to all of a sudden being like on the couch, or well, not even on the couch, on like on
chair.
stage doing the run. Yeah, I'm in the hot seat doing it. You know, that's pretty crazy, you know, seeing both sides of, you know, the GDQ stage. It's really humbling. It's been an awesome experience. My couch has been absolutely amazing. Give them a round of applause. They've been giving you guys some top tier commentary.
All right, time is coming up here.
Time is coming up on the fade out here once everything goes
The
black.
world's slowest fade out.
And time.
Easy mode! Yes!
Which is actually harder.
Oh!
So, you guys ready to run it back? I
kind of like to
I
think
think
of
I
this
need to
like
grab some
easy
food.
mode. That game was easy mode.
Would you like to know your time?
Yes, please.
3:24:58.
That's not too bad.
That's pretty darn
really
good.
good.
We had
For
quite
all
a
the
few
saving
deaths.
and deaths, dude. That's really good.
We had a lot of deaths. I mean, we first tried Elisa, which I think saved a lot of time because that's the most
big
taxing.
one,
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
most taxing fight to lose time on. So, you guys got time to do some shout outs? I'm sure Tech's going to need a minute here to set up stuff for Fight Cynthia. So, if you guys want to do some shout outs
Yeah,
yourselves.
just go ahead and start getting into it. Yeah.
Shout outs to Skoa and shout outs to Minnow as well for finding a bunch of stuff with this game.
Yes, shout out to those.
Yeah,
two. They're
they
also
were the
top 5
pioneers.
dogs.
Yeah, they-
like
as-
a lot of the white two strats.
Yeah,
throughout the years.
just absolutely, I don't know what we would do without those two for this game.
What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. Make sure you follow TTS4life on Twitch. He streams this game a lot, and also Black and White 1. Maybe some other stuff in the future too. I don't know. Maybe some COD. But yeah, he streams a lot. Go check him out. Go support him. My only plug is if you want to see more DS Pokemon speedrun stuff, you can go watch my Diamond any % run that's super glitchy from AGDQ this year. That was a good time. Very different from this run and much shorter. So.
Right. Alrighty, so are we ready to do Cynthia?
Sure.
I think so.
I think we are.
All right. Are you just gonna start the timer when
Pretty
you?
simple. We can
Yep,
just go right now.
I can just give a generic countdown. So in 3, 2, 1, go.
Cool. Do you have a shout out, Tucker?
I guess I want to shout out, TTS, Swift, and Etchy. You know, they've all had a GDQ run now, and I think that's pretty awesome.
That means you're next, right?
I guess so. I mean, I did a hotfix.
Sure, there you
I'd
go.
like to be on for, maybe Heart Gold Soul Silver. That would be sick.
One day.
Everyone's
Yeah.
favorite video game.
And shout outs to Truly Discord. They know who they are. those are my dogs for life.
Shout out to Billy's Block.
All right, so it's Cynthia time, right? How is this
Yeah,
gonna go?
so we got a little bit-
You gotta relearn Mudslap.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I gotta go find a heart scale and relearn Mud Slap. Anyway, so we just kind of got some post-game stuff here that we got to deal with quick. I'm just mashing through it. It's not a big
The
deal.
Purloin evolved. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
But we do need to go do some shopping. I need an X speed in order to win the fight because otherwise Garchomp outspeeds me and it's a bad time. So I gotta go do that, and then I'm gonna buy a couple floor stores for safety. So we can actually squeeze in a couple donations while I run around here real quick.
I would love that. We have got $885 from Sky, donating for my favorite little friend, Dreepy. Also, hey, trans rights. $282 from Chris M. for my favorite Pokemon, Gardevoir. So excited to finally attend a GDQ event and see these awesome runs in person. Shout out to all the awesome people behind the scenes that make these events happen.
Yeah, this is where you'd have to go to buy X items, by the way. As you
Yeah,
can
we're
see, it's
finally
quite the
seeing it.
detour.
Yeah. We can do a few more while this is happening.
Yeah.
Sure thing. We have $130 from Addie Joe, a dono for my favorite glow up Pokemon and go-to sweeper Gyarados. Sweet dragon dance into victory.
It's fair.
$250 from Filaments. What a prize set. Front loading my donation this year for Pokemon and Ruby's mom's blankets. In case you've forgotten all of those incredible Pokemon prizes, you can be eligible to win those with just a simple donation.
And you
That's right.
can
Shout
do
out to the community members who donated. I know Greta Ice Vixen donated a bunch of Perlers for you guys.
Yeah.
They did an amazing job with them. Shout out to everyone else who donated prizes for this segment. Who's ready to fight Cynthia?
Yeah.
Whoa.
What's this? What's your name?
Oh, you didn't save.
Oh no.
Oh, no. I didn't teach Mud Slap either. I'm just dropping the ball.
No, come on. We gotta redo it then.
This win doesn't count if
Where's the
Yeah, it doesn't
Purloin as
count.
well?
No Purloin, no Mudslap, just Spiritomb.
this is such a Mickey Mouse win, man.
All right, so what's your strategy here, TTS? What are you gonna do?
Well, first thing, I'm gonna X speed because I need to become faster than Garchomp. Otherwise, we're gonna have a severe problem. Otherwise, I'm going to set up to +4. That Spidef drop is not great for setting up here, but also
Double
not great. It has double team.
Good player just hits. Good player
Oh,
just
and
hits.
Hypnosis.
75%.
Go Tit, let's go.
All skill.
Only goats can hit through double team. Excadrill is in fact a goat.
Yeah, this team's Is it the exact same? No, it's
It's
one
got
Completely
one
different.
difference. It's Electros. I mean, no, it's Glaceon over
Right.
Roserade.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I forgot. It's the white 2 teams.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically the Gen 4 team, though, if you are familiar with that.
I mean, I guess all of our teams are different, like between Diamond, Pearl, Plat.
Oh, true, yeah, the
Black
Plat team.
White 2. They're all
Basically the
different.
Plat team, yeah.
Yeah. They got like 4 core ones. And
Yeah, this thing out-levels us, by the way.
Yeah.
Finally out-leveled for the first time in
Yes.
2 hours. There it is, the big scary Archomp, level 82.
And it's.
And without breaking a sweat.
I don't even know why we paused. It wasn't even arranged. Yeah.
I'm just trying to add some dramatic tension.
True.
This is really just an excuse to listen to the music, honestly.
Honestly.
It's very good.
Yeah, for as far as super bosses go, like Excadrill's just so broken. Like, it's not like the red fight where you're just so much lower level and your Pokemon just straight up worse in the speedrun. Excadrill just can handle everything and you're actually equivalent level, so it's totally fine.
All right, and I guess time's coming up.
Yeah, time will come up on the fade out. And time. Thank you all for coming out. It's been a blast. I love the crowd. I love the passion. Thank you all who showed up. I've been TTS4life. You can find me at Twitch at TTS4life. You've seen it on the screen below our webcams the whole time. Make sure you follow my amazing couch as well at twitch.tv/tuckerlrat, twitch.tv/etchy, and twitch.tv/.
No, just etchy, just etchy.
Is it just etchy these days? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, just etchy. Sorry, it's your Twitter that's etchy, okay.
Yeah.
Follow him on Twitter at etchy, okay.
Okay.
And, okay, exactly. All right. Thank you all. Thanks, GDQ, for having me. I hope to be on stage sometime again soon. Have a
Thank
good
you
one,
so
y'all.
much, everybody.
Thank you.
Give yourselves a round of applause.